And now begins the funny part of figuring out precisely when YouTube reacts to that.
I think the moment you press go live, it will, even though it has a loading thing.
Unless you mean like Spyro. Will Spyro be in this campaign?
If not,
Currently,
Oh,
it is informing me that it is starting/started, so there is a hope that it is currently up and running.
I think that means it is. Hello, chat. Speaking of which, we should get chat up.
It would appear such. All right. Greetings and salutations, friends, to more Vampire. And yes, V has already been kicked. This is correct.
he's been pre-kicked for your viewing pleasure.
So, last time, Sargon was yeeted off the internet on the orders of Parliament, but he's back now via pirate internet or something.
Do we know what happened?
Sargon's broadcasting from an underground bunker.
I had a bunch of catastrophes all at once for some reason. I wasn't able to use my mouse properly or something, and I had to fix the mouse settings, and then I had to basically figure out get a Wi-Fi extender because I was using just an Ethernet through the electric system.
Yeah,
for some reason, that's not working now, and I still don't have that back. I've just had to set up a Wi-Fi extender out here. It's really annoying because it's not as fast. I mean, it's okay, but like,
have you tried clicking the pair button on the Ethernet mainline Ethernet thing?
No. It's not. No, it's not. I'll try it. Actually, I didn't think about trying that, but I don't think that's the problem.
Okay.
But anyway, don't worry about it. Let's carry on.
All right.
So we were investigating the thing the last night.
Yeah, we're investigating these
Well,
people.
Dev should
Go
fill
through
you
their
in on
profiles.
his adventure.
Oh yeah, my adventure that happened.
His almost adventure.
Yeah. Okay, so I was investigating the second person on the list, Arch, I think.
Yes.
And so I start poking around, and I failed my rolls. Like I critically failed my rolls. So two men in suits tried to take me away, and I had to use a vampiric ability to talk them down.
Okay, good job.
But I did manage to slip away.
Well done.
Which you only succeeded by being hot, basically.
Yeah.
This is sounding quite.
It's good quality for an underage girl to have, I guess.
Right. Anyway, what did we find out?
Nothing. He rolled dreadfully.
Yeah, I found out nothing. I did so poorly they came after me instead.
I mean, from the whole thing, did we learn anything?
Not for me.
So again, these are the names. You've gone through a couple of them.
So, Yodel Franz, Herman Vide, Alfred Kreutz, Sphincter Phil, Johann
I've got notes for a
Strudel,
bunch of them.
Adelbert Hinkle, Dino Alfieri, and Lutz Herring.
I needed to know more about Yodel Franz, and then we've gone Alfred Kreutz, haven't we? No, we haven't done Alfred Kreutz. I need more information on him.
Okay. Well, Yodel Franz and Hermann Wieder are both members of the Abwehr. They are the commander of the Abwehr, that's Yodel, and Hermann is his second in command.
Sorry,
that's
who's
why
Hermann?
the Gestapo does not
Who's
have a
this Hermann
file
guy,
on them.
sorry? Oh, Vida, right, okay, yeah.
Yes.
These are the guys who couldn't get dossiers on.
Dev was trying to figure something out about by talking to people.
Which guy was looking into, sorry?
Yodel Franz and Hermann Wieder.
Yeah.
What organization were they a part of?
They are the head and second in command of the Abwehr, the German military intelligence.
They're the ones we couldn't get dossiers on because they're the ones with all the dossiers.
Yeah. They have like blank files, I guess it is. So
What was the reason for suspicion on them?
I don't think there was.
The Waffen has their own military intelligence. Basically, the Abwehr is a branch of the secret police in a way, and the SS doesn't want competition. Germany had a lot of de facto secret polices, basically.
I can totally believe it. I'm sure they all ended up working at Facebook. Right, okay, so...
Cruel.
Well, true. Sorry, what? Did we miss the part when what was the name of the woman who was in the SS?
Working at Blizzard, actually.
I think you were thinking of someone who was working for the USSR intelligence service, ended up in Facebook or something similar.
No. I'm sure there was one that was part of the Nazi regime that ends up working for like just the German government's intelligence. So right, okay, that's good to know.
That does seem like a natural transition, though.
Yeah, but do you really want ex-Nazis from the SS working in your office, regardless of what it is? Like when it comes to like government and intelligence, you would denazify the government completely, sure.
Yeah, but they're damn effective at what they do.
We're talking about what we would do, Sargon, not what the Germans would do.
Yeah, not the Germans would do. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, fine. Okay, so.
Yeah, chat's saying it was the Stasi. That's what I thought.
The Stasi, that's it. So was it Johann? Which one was it that you guys investigated? Sorry.
Dev was investigating Jodl, Franz, and Hermann Wieder.
Yeah, Franz and
right.
Vida.
It was those two.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And now that I've done that, I'm kind of done for the day, right? I can't do anything else.
Yeah, that took you the night, essentially.
All right.
As I recall, Johann Sprudel and Alfred Kreutz were leaders of munitions factories, and they had some sort of contact with each other. There was the possibility that one of them was a homosex degenerate.
Oh, God.
We should definitely check him out.
Right, which one was that?
That was Alfred Kreutz and Johann Sprudel.
Yeah, no, but one of them was possibly gay.
Well, Sargon, I don't know if you know about the birds and the bees, but if one man loves another man, and the other man also loves that man,
possibly gay, it means they go on the hit list.
Yeah, but they would like pretty much have to both be gay or neither be gay.
That means the drapes will always match the upholstery.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Well, it's possible that one of them's lusting after the other, but then there's not much been done, is there?
Okay,
one
of them can go into the gas camps, but the important thing is that it is a high correlation with Jewishness as well.
But what if the one raped the other? Will you then gas the one who was raped?
If we were Muslim.
Of all places in the world, is Nazi Germany the one that has male rape laws?
Nazi Germany's an MRA project. Oh God, I'm surprised they haven't said that. I tell you what, if they do, then they will say that. Fucking hell. Right. Okay, well, let's just go through the other ones then. If we can't find anything on these guys.
Yeah, let's move on.
The other
to
ones are probably
Alfred
a lot safer.
Kreutz?
Right.
Kreutz.
Alfred Kreutz, he was the one who's the head of the armaments factory.
Right, and any character traits for him?
He seems to be an up-and-coming businessman. His fortune has increased quite drastically during the war because, well, people need guns, oddly enough.
Uh-oh. Competent businessman. Big red flag.
He has been winning quite a few governmental contracts as of late as well.
The Nazis cooperating with munitions factories.
And
he's going to be some kind of Nazi sympathizer or party member, if not, you know.
Any reason for suspicion on this guy? They got anything do they have any lead for us to start with or anything?
And he seems to be a good party man. He's attended enough rallies. He has a wife and an adorable teenage girl, so you know he's not a deviant either.
Right. Okay.
Always good at covering up.
It looks like I'm on the Alfred Kreutz did nothing wrong camp now. So, okay.
Well, I'm on the either everyone did something wrong or no one did, because that would be the most entertaining. Because either way, however many we get wrong is how surprisingly like or unlike Nazis we are, and that's a lesson to be learned.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would guess that because this guy looks so fucking perfect, he's hiding something.
Maybe.
Anyone who's that polished is definitely hiding something.
Gosh, I'm in the clear. All right. Well, maybe we should go should we go to see him at the armaments factory itself, or should we maybe during factory working hours, or should we wait and see him at his residence and maybe ask him a few questions, or maybe we could talk to some of the supervisors who work at the armaments factory, see if they've noticed anything.
Or we could kidnap his daughter and make him talk.
Or we could kidnap his daughter and throw her in the ring.
Well, I think maybe speaking to some of his subordinates is a good idea.
If you want to see your daughter again, then you will tell us things that you have been doing that you know about. Nothing in particular? Naughty things?
Let's not let Rags do the
If you've done
talking.
them?
Yeah.
If you've done them?
I think the thing with
Please.
that gambit is we have to appear absolutely certain that he is guilty.
Well,
And
aren't
if
we-
he isn't, we're probably going to have to kill the girl.
wait, what?
Because
Okay,
we can't
let's
know
just-
whether he is or isn't, so we have to just keep threatening until we get right to the end of it. I guess we don't have to kill her, but then we can't be sure.
I guess I'll rethink the killing of this
well,
girl.
first of all, it's immensely generous and kind of you. But we could just ask around. He probably knows a lot of people if he's the head of a armaments factory.
Aren't we? I mean, what's our official capacity here?
Secret police.
Right. So
On
if
whose
we come along
authority?
asking some questions and we say you don't tell anyone you ask questions, are they likely to keep their fucking mouths shut?
Depends on how influential they believe their friends are. Essentially, the SS has no formal authority in these matters, but at the same time, it's the SS with the authority of the Reichsführer.
Yeah.
Technically, they have all the authority in the world as long as they're not wrong.
Yeah. So basically, whatever happened, we're going to tell the Führer that we're correct on it. So get ready to fucking tell us everything we want to know.
Well, here's what we can get a list of all the people who work at the factory. Let's get a list of some of the supervisors and then go talk to them individually at their residences so that they're removed from him and he doesn't even know, and tell them, just don't say that, obviously for your sake, don't tell anybody that we talked to you because we know where you live and where you work and who you are and all that stuff. That way we don't have to really get them involved in any other way than just tell us if you've seen anything.
We could start there, but sure, but that's slow. I don't know how much time we have. I think we have like 2 or 3 days, and we have a lot of people to look into. I like my idea of, and we can do this after all that as well, of just tell them all that they're going to be invaded by the SS, and the ones that run probably have something to hide.
And the ones who don't run are well-disciplined Viet Cong.
And there they'll be first against the wall.
You say it like it's a bad thing, aren't you? Well, I mean, I would just ask around and just just ask them, of their opinion on the boss. Does he do anything weird that they find interesting? We're with the secret police. We just ask these questions. There's nothing to worry about. You're not in any trouble.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be framed from a whole, we're trying to find out if he's doing shady shit. We could just be talking about, how's productivity? Could he be doing anything better? We're trying to make the war effort as smooth as possible. We're trying to really amp up productivity for this, fighting thing that's going on. We don't have to frame it as, as super serious if we don't need to. Not yet, at least.
But
You don't have to
consider
start off
this.
like that.
Kidnapping the girl's a lot faster.
Yeah, but then, we open ourselves up to a bunch of variables that we can't control.
Also, it could turn out that this guy is like a really, really good Nazi.
The best argument against it is that we are not untouchable in terms of our authority. So if we start going around kidnapping daughters of loyal party members, there might be some consequences
the wrong
to that.
daughter.
I mean, if he's guilty, we're in the clear. Maybe all we got to do is get him to confess.
Oh, wait. No, we can't do the kidnapping daughter thing. I forgot, because my character is I'm very against exposing children to violence, and kidnapping would definitely fall underneath the category
You're
of
in a party with Dev.
No, I didn't. No, I'm not the one exposing him to violence.
So I had an idea. Arch, the 2 people that I looked into, they were both members of a competing service organization, right?
Yes.
Would they have information on the rest of the people that we don't have access to?
Possibly.
Oh, and we have 3 days. What we could do is kidnap one of them and then force feed him blood once every day, and then by the 3rd day, he'll basically be a slave to us, and then he'll give us everything.
Now you're
Our time
thinking
will
with
be up
vampirism.
Yep.
I think our time might be up by then.
We'd be cutting it close, but we could do it.
I was
Yeah,
about
but
to say we might
that's
also
only
be
for
farming
one
an
of the
innocent man.
guys. Yeah.
But then it occurred to me that we're meant to be Nazis, so why deny?
Yeah,
Yes,
but I'm sure Nazis don't want to. I mean, we're good Nazis, and a good, out there Nazi doesn't want to go around hurting other Nazis indiscriminately.
I've just realised that we're now playing Trouble in Terrorist Town.
A little bit.
These are all terrorists, but some of them are traitors. Most of them are
worst thing
innocent
that a
terrorists,
terrorist
though, which
is
definitely makes
traitor.
sense.
Also, hold on. Would we really be hurting them, though?
Do Nazis
even if
really feel pain?
No. Even if they're innocent, by the time we give them the three sips of blood, they're completely fine with doing it with whatever we say. It's not really hurting them at that point. They're into it.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, they're into it against their will.
It's the
They're still into
Japanese rape them into submission argument. Eventually, they'll start
Disavow.
enjoying it.
Disavow.
I disavow raping into submission.
Well, we know Japan doesn't
I
know
like
they're a
my
rape project
submission
then.
consensual.
I am honestly officially on the record on that now. So
Oh yeah, I've never really had. I don't think there's ever been an audio clip of me being so specific.
Well, that is a plan if you guys want to do it.
It was always just implied, but now I get
yeah, it was always implied, but I never had to state it.
Okay, so plan. Well, let's. It wouldn't take us too long. We could just get a list really quick. We could just scoot around Berlin, interview just a couple people, or maybe we should take priority on the guys that we actually have reason to investigate. If time is a commodity that we might run out of, we should probably prioritize the people whom are more likely, based on intel we've been given, to be the bad Nazis.
Were there any that were more likely, Arch?
In what regard?
Well, some of them I think
some of them
you
you
said
said
were
didn't have
cleared
any-
or there was no
yeah.
evidence or something.
Yeah.
Yes. Johann Spodel has been marked as no problems. A good Christian who don't drink or smoke, but is not married. Albert Hinkel is also marked as no problem. And of course, the head of the Abwehr, Jodl Franz and Hermann Weber, also marked as no problems.
Probably by Jodl Franz and Hermann
Right.
Weber themselves.
Well, who is marked as a problem?
The rest, I
Kreutz.
guess.
It is just suspicion.
Right. Right. Suspicion.
So Kreutz, Sphincter, Dino, and Lutz.
Sphincter. Yeah. Okay. Let's. What do we know about Sphincter Phil?
Well, you know that he dilutes on occasion.
Ministry of Transportation. What do you mean dilutes?
He puts water in his brandy. What?
Well, that's what I mean.
He is a minister of the transportation, which means he runs stuff like the trains and the Richter carts and organizes logistics. up
Well,
in the
I
line.
did hear the Nazis kept the trains on time.
Okay, so we're suspecting one of these people of being a traitor, right?
Oh, you're suspecting all of them of doing something.
Well, let's just go to all of their houses
Okay.
and tell them to spell innocent backwards. And
Well, no. Okay. Do we think that they're like helping the communists? Do we think what do you think that we're doing? What do we think they're doing in terms of what they like? How are they traitors? Do we know?
Being bad Nazis. I don't know.
No, you're just supposed to try and find out.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to find anything like, they've been seen consorting. It's going to be stuff like they haven't been to enough Nazi rallies, they're not married, they're not Christian
Okay,
enough, etc.
So we can't like entrap them by casually dropping a big fake plan at the party and then see who runs off to send a phone call or something.
As far as I know, the only reason we couldn't is our own personal ethics. How am I kidding?
well, and plus, at the party, a lot of them will have their wives with them, and so for their wives' sake, they'll want to flee anyway.
2 for the price of 1.
You're
So
right.
that would-
You're right, Rags. We need to seduce their wives. We need to-
I am spec for this. Let's fucking do it.
There's no place for cucks in the Nazi empire.
It turns out Viva actually testing you.
So what did vampires have to do to have sex again, Arch?
No,
be a
that's not
Toreador.
important, right? So Sphincter Phil.
Victor Phil, this is
why-
his name now.
I didn't name him. Jesus.
And now try
why-
swapping his names around and saying it that way.
He's suspect
Phil
of
Sphincter?
watering down what? Sorry.
Brandy? No.
Phil,
Sphincter.
who's Sphincter?
He is the Ministry of Transportation. He is married. He does have children, multiple, in fact, a little bit too many, perhaps even.
A little bit too many.
Yeah, he's been divorced. Can you believe it?
Filth.
Oh, what'd she do?
Oof, definitely an MRA project.
Yep.
Yeah, divorces are, gotta be careful about that stuff.
Unless she was a
has
Jew.
also, oh yeah, here's the worst part. His first wife was black.
Really?
How is he still alive?
Well, one, he's pretty good at his job, and two, that was all the way back during the Weimar time when everybody was a degenerate. By the time the proper authorities got into power, he was already married to his second wife, who was a pure-blooded Aryan.
No, by that time she was already in a boat across the Atlantic. So
we assume his
what
jungle
happened to the
fever is
first wife?
cured.
Good question, Deb.
Yeah, what happened to that first wife?
No mention of her wife. The wife simply just seems to disappear from official records after the divorce.
Wow, really? Okay, so
All right.
She is officially labeled as missing, according to them.
well, I mean, Germany does have colonies at this point, doesn't it? Or has it lost its colonies?
It's working on colonies in Russia, but no, nothing official.
Right.
Yes, it is. We're currently part of that effort.
Well, yeah, but she might have come from Germany's Africa colony, wasn't it?
Originally, she did come from one of the German African colonies.
You've already fled the country then. Well, maybe not fled. I mean, it depends when it happened.
Yeah, maybe she's just gone home.
Yeah.
well, either way, I think it'll take us longer to try and track down the years-long missing wife of one of the people that we have, instead of working with the list that we've already got and people who we can track down and who will be a lot more local.
If he killed her, is that even a crime?
There's also that.
Yes. It would still be a crime. The Germans weren't quite that woke.
Well, that's a fucking mistake. Look, in 70 years, there's going to be this thing called 1350. You guys need to get on board now.
How bad were the Germans? Well, they weren't that bad. But anyway, sorry. I mean, that's pretty bad the way what you're playing. Okay, so what does he? How often does he turn up at party rallies, stuff like that?
He's not the best socialist, but he's okay.
Did you mean socialist or socialite?
Socialist.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I think both apply, actually, in this case.
Yeah, is it? I just want to be sure.
Some during the
socialists are very
Weimar
social, so
era, in particular, like he had a few periods there where
Oh god, we've lost Arch. Is that just me? Oh, it's Discord. Chat, I think you can only hear me right now.
Wow.
Discord just having a tism.
Oh, we're back?
Is Discord committing?
Oh, we're good.
We're back.
We're good now.
Are we back?
Do you want to go
Alright.
back maybe a couple minutes?
Right. So, where was we? So,
Socialite.
Yeah, socialite
Yes.
socialist.
He's not the best socialist. He's been changing his ways and attending parties more recently, but during the Weimar era, he had many dubious hobbies, listening to jazz music, partying with foreigners, and that wife of his too. Oof.
Is this Jeremy
Wow.
Corbyn who got a black wife just to impress his socialist friends?
Oh god, he's the Jeremy Corbyn of the Nazi Party, right? Okay.
Well, he's my target. Yeah, that second wife is looking very kidnappable.
All right. So our plan is to, let's say, if we have to investigate some of these guys, who are we going for then? Kreutz?
Well, I mean, I'm going to naturally assume there's a great deal of corruption between Lutz Herring and Alfred Kreutz. They're, armaments minister and then armaments factory man. They're going to be corrupt. But
I think
is that bad? Are we looking for ideological purity or what?
Emil will be happy with anything that can be used to publicly humiliate these people. And basically, once you find something that they're guilty of,
Oh, right. Okay.
that's good enough. He can take it from there.
Okay, I actually think that Sphincter Phil, he's the guy that we should probably worry about then, because corruption's not generally, it doesn't really bother people on the sort of same moral level as like degeneracy does. Degeneracy will really ruin someone's career, so I think we should do that. And I think the guy who was very degenerate during the Weimar era is the best person to go for. He's not a very strict socialist. He's probably doing some degenerate stuff on the side.
It's possible. So how are we going to find out?
Kidnap
How
his
are we
wife.
gonna take a look? All right, which one?
Well, no, his wife might be aware, but she might not be aware. So
Yeah, we can just ask them both. Pretend we're certain and just ask them both until someone says something, even if it's false.
Is this post-kidnapping?
Yes, it's post-kidnapping.
Oh, okay, because that might color the result.
I am half joking because, after all, we did say it might be a bad idea if they turn out to be innocent. We're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Then again, if we go hard, if we go 100%, and we force a confession either way, we're in the clear.
I would like to be correct though. It would
Really?
be nice to act. Yeah, yeah.
But Rags, we're
These are
playing.
fellow-
We're playing as socialists. We've already.
I know,
the
but
cat's
these
out of
are-
the bag on that one.
I know these are fellow Germans though, as far as we're aware. I would like to be I would like to be correct about who I'm, whose life I'm ruining. I would actually, care to be correct. Plus,
But
it would make us look good.
Our success is a more proximate concern than the lives of other Germans.
Well, being
Not
wrong
thinking
is
like a German, though. Can we even call it success if we hurt other Germans easily?
Well, I don't.
Well,
it's
we're
certainly-
also
it's not
helping
success if
our
we're wrong.
superiors. And they're German too.
Yeah, they could be traitors.
Yeah, we haven't tested them for Jewish.
Yeah, I haven't tested them yet. So all we can do is just try to be accurate.
I don't know why you're both appealing to reality here. That's not how Nazis work.
Well, I'm just trying to be the. I don't know.
I'm
Why?
trying to be the best
Rex?
Nazi I can,
I
says
I get called a Nazi all the time, but I'm actually kind of shit at it. So I don't.
Yeah.
I
You
still
are-
can't
you-
believe you guys suggested the possibility that our superiors might be traitors. That's just not how it works.
That's a good point.
Yeah, of course, yes.
I side with the guy who's weaponizing something that might be used to hurt us in the future. Right, okay, so are they all the people we need to investigate?
Right. Well, I will say this: if we go with Kreutz and Herring, we could pretty much interview people who are involved, and we can get information on two people at once. So
Yeah.
that's a possibility. So that would kind of knock out two people that we could pretty much look into in the same day. And after we do some interviews, if we find anything that's incriminating or interesting to look into, we can go further with it. Or if everything lines up perfectly and there's no issues, and it turns out that they're just a pair of good Nazis, then we can move on to the next couple on the list.
Yeah, I say we do essentially go for
Kreutz and Herring.
Kreutz and Herring. I mean, well,
Yeah. Well, they're both involved with a factory, so the people we interview for the factory, we can ask them about both. that's two
Sphincter
people.
Phil might be an idea because I bet he goes out to degenerate clubs and stuff like that.
Wasn't there another one that
if
might
we-
have been degenerate?
I say
There was
Sprudel, no
one I
suspicion,
said-
Henkel, no problem, Wiedel, no
Lutz
problem.
Herring.
Herring's with Kreutz with the factory.
Yeah.
I thought it was Sprudel and Kreutz who were they
Vide-
both factory owners?
Vide and
Oh,
France both work with the German military intelligence, but
Dino
Kreutz is the head
Alf-
of the armaments factory, and Herring works at the factory as well.
Yeah, Dino Alfieri.
He was the Italian ambassador who's not
with
German enough for
The
us.
secret private life.
I guess it was him I was thinking of then.
He's but Sprudel was unsociable and married, so probably gay, therefore
Yeah.
probably Jewish.
And that was the one that had been consorting with Kreutz that we suspected might have a homosex relationship.
That's a good point.
So
We should go for Kreutz.
yeah, I mean, Kreutz allows us to play the degeneracy and corruption angles. I think he should be our main target.
Yeah,
But we could also investigate Phil. I think he's according to Phil, he's got a greater chance of degeneracy than Sprudel.
Yeah, I do as well.
So I think there are two targets.
But if Kreutz, but if Kreutz and Sprudel are getting it on,
Kreutz and Herring.
I mean, Sprudel, he's unsocial, unmarried, probably gay. How long do we have to do this, by the way?
3 days, I think.
3 days. Right, okay.
Was it 3 days, Arch?
3 nights.
Yeah,
3
yeah.
nights, So I mean, if one of us wants to go and watch Sprudel, we can see if he, goes out and then follow him around secretly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't know who we are, surely, right?
No.
Yeah, if we want, what I could do is I could, if we want to have somebody watch, then those of you who have good charisma, you can go and interview the factory guys. What I can do is I could transform into a cat or a dog or something and just hang around and just be nonchalant and watch him and follow him around.
Nonchalant
And if
walrus shuffling through the city streets.
First off, totally normal in Nazi Germany. Okay. They all died in the bombings. That's why we don't see them anymore.
Ah, right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
They were all
So I can do
vaporized, were
that. So that's 3 people on the list. So that leaves. So who would do the interviews? Who's got good talking skills, good manipulation, composure? Charisma?
Well, I have good in a lot of those, but Arch said that it's investigation and manipulation, neither of which I have good in.
Well, that's me. I have all those things, but you have to wait for
Well,
tomorrow.
you got your bad luck out of the way last game. That's how it
Yeah.
works, right?
but you guys have a full day to attempt before I can try again, so you might as well do it without me.
Can't we use intelligence and investigation?
I was thinking insight and charisma. I made the point
Because
last time, there's loads of different ways that you could, plausibly explain the things that you're doing with different attributes. Just so happens Arch picked the one that doesn't work for me.
Because I have a 4 in awareness and a 3 in investigation, so I could tail people and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea.
Yeah,
So
you can-
I'll do that.
Around
So
like catch.
I'll go for. Let me just get the name straight. I'll go for Sprudel and trail him for the day, and you guys
Yeah.
can sort out who you're going for. The pair of you.
Okay. Well, we could go and interview some of the factory workers.
Hmm.
Okay. In that case, I think I'll resolve it one by one on this first night. So this will be the night when Dev is still out. So we'll start with Rags. You want to turn into a walrus and sneak into his bedchamber or something?
Well, I could just hang around and watch, see if he comes and goes, tail him if he goes anywhere. Essentially, just be just a cat, or I could transform into just some alley cat, some nondescript random animal that hangs around in the city, and no one would be the wiser. No one would even think to look.
Now, how can I make that funny?
Well, you transform into an alley cat, and there's a really horny alley cat nearby.
Good work.
Well, you went out to tail some Germans, and now another cat's getting your tail.
Hey, look, he's a vampire still, so surely he has a massive advantage over a normal cat, and he can just turn back into a human, right?
I'm not saying the cat has a good chance, I'm just saying it's funny.
Horny cat is one of the primary antagonists in this campaign.
Rags has developed a cat allergy. Oh no.
I just want to point out for the record that this is all on them.
I don't consent to this.
Cats don't give a shit about consent.
Oof. Hashtag me too.
Okay,
No,
right.
hashtag
Meow too.
Yeah,
I deliberately didn't do that.
Oh right, yeah, sure.
You ruined it and turned it into a dad joke.
But the joke was already done. Also, it was terrible anyway. All I did was draw a nice conclusion to it.
Thanks, Usman.
Look, if I can't make the joke, I'll just ruin everyone else's joke, okay?
Okay, so
yeah.
roll me investigation.
Okay.
Investigation plus just, I guess,
Awareness.
an investigation or awareness would really kind of be the same here, honestly.
All right, then I'll go with. So I guess I'll do either intelligence and wit or wits. Which one of those would be more proper for this? Do you think?
Honestly, it's a little bit of a mix. So I would probably say wits actually, because
All right,
it's not a
I'll do
purely
wits.
intelligent pursuit.
Yeah. I'll do wits and awareness. Boop, bop, boop, ching. It didn't roll. There we go.
Nice. That's 2 10s.
Okay. There's a lot of failures to begin with, and a 1. Okay, but that is also 2 10s, so that is 8 minus the 1, so that is 7 degrees of success, which is pretty fucking good. See, okay, let me just roll this guy's perception to see if he suddenly figures, that cat seems like a bit of a vampire. Maybe I should avoid that.
No, there is no way in hell he would be like, oh, maybe that cat's a vampire.
No, maybe the cat's Gestapo.
Like maybe that cat's Gestapo.
Okay. So you know where he lives because that's in the documents. You just chill outside his house, attempting to remain as much of an inconspicuous alley cat as possible. The occasional German pets you, gives you a herring here and there. Very, very animal-loving people, the Germans.
Herring works at the factory with Kreutz. It's all coming together now.
Eventually, around about 1 o'clock in the morning, he leaves his house, which is unusual. He shouldn't be walking about the streets this late. Would you like to follow him?
Yes,
Would you
I
like
would.
to tail him, perhaps?
Yeah, I would.
Right. He goes a few blocks away down to a church, a fairly large church. It's closed, but he goes up and knocks on the door, and it's open for him. You catch a glimpse of a padre opening one of those small doors for him. The small door in the big ass fuck off door.
The side,
Yeah, I
the
gotcha.
side doors sort of thing. But
Yeah.
what church is it? Sorry, just is it a big important one or is it a small one or what?
It's fairly large, yeah, but it's well after hours.
It's never after hours for Jesus.
All right. He greets him, and Spoodle proceeds inside. Would you like to try and nip in after him?
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay. Rushing in there before the door closes and catches your tail. How swift is a cat, I wonder?
Very,
Pretty swift, to be honest.
quite swift.
Does the
Very.
cat have stats, or should we just use
Well, I
yours?
actually just looked and I couldn't find any, but I imagine they would be very dexterous and agile.
Yeah.
And stealthy and sneaky. They are predators, after all.
I have 4 cats. They're incredibly dexterous.
There you go. If that's not proof, I don't know what is.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
we've got 2 Bengals and they're incredibly clumsy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
those are not proper Berlin cats.
I had a cat who loved running up and down the long hallway of my house. So he was like just and then you'd hear a thunk as he hit the door because he hadn't learned how to break yet.
Oh,
Like
no,
a-
my cats are like
Or
that.
pad less claw on those floors.
I've got the stats for a cat here.
Cat stats.
Yeah. Strength of 1, dexterity of 3,
Can
stamina
you
of
just
3.
post it? Actually, can you just post it so I can post it
Yeah,
on my
sure.
own sheet for future reference?
This is a list of all animal stats for just common animals used in the White Wolf games.
Oh,
Vampire is one of them.
absolutely.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh yeah, that's excellent. I
Yeah.
could use this list.
Walrus.
Is
Dev,
there
it
a
doesn't have
walrus in there?
Walls
it
are
doesn't
us.
have a walrus, Dev. Fucking find that. That's more important.
Has a sea lion. Use that.
I mean, I guess.
So this
But-
is
Has
cat.
cat. Yeah, cat.
Dexterity 3. That seems kind of low for a cat.
Stamina. Well, you also get boosts because you're transformed, right? Like your transform ability adds boost to stats, doesn't it?
I don't know.
think it does.
So
You have to check out the rule book on that. Well, while you look at that, have you guys heard about the newest shooter that just happening like an hour ago?
no,
In Germany?
Yeah.
in Germany.
I saw something about it.
Germany synagogue shooting. Gunman kills multiple people.
A synagogue
what?
now. Is he a
Well,
Muslim?
no, he's apparently he streamed it on Twitch, and he said that he's a Holocaust denier. He goes up to the door. He starts firing a shotgun into the door, but the door won't break down. They had like some kind of reinforced door in the synagogue.
Those Jews
So
are clever.
So he left and he started shooting people in the street till they got him.
Well, shit, that's not very principled.
So the Jews got out unpunished.
You see, his
Yeah,
first
pretty much.
mistake was admitting that he's a Holocaust denier because that's illegal in Germany. He could go to prison now.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, he's really
Yeah.
screwed.
The video of him shooting, I put it in the symposium. The video of him shooting the door, and just bullets bouncing off of it. It looked kind of crazy.
I love that though. The Jews are like, yes, nobody likes us. Let's have bulletproof door.
Yeah, how exactly have they defended the door against multiple shotgun shots? Have they made it out of steel or something?
I think so.
Wow.
Probably. Like, it's not that uncommon. I was in Rome like a year ago. We rented an apartment there. And we didn't know this was the case, but it was I guess in a shitty neighborhood. It had this massive fucking reinforced steel bunker door. I was like, wow, people here get robbed a lot.
In a few years, all
seems
synagogues will
incomplete.
resemble vaults.
These animal stats seem incomplete.
It's because they are. Common animals that aren't shapeshifted don't have social stats.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't imagine many do even when shapeshifted.
Well, what I mean is like you get your own social stats when you shapeshift into an animal. But like for strength, strength, dexterity, stamina, those are the stats of the animal. And then if you have like a bonus for shapeshifting, that'll be written down in your thingy.
I don't think I get a bonus for shapeshifting.
What was it again? Protein something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at shape change now. It just says the animal, while usually a spectacular example of their species, shows no signs to a mundane observer of being supernatural. So I'm a great cat, but
Upon transformation, the vampire gains the physical attributes, senses, and native skills associated with the animal, and also gains that animal's natural limits of communication, manipulation, and so forth. The vampire can use other disciplines.
Do you guys have up the formula for determining movement speed based on stats? Because I have it here if you need it.
I mean, well, it's not so much movement speed; it's just like dexterity, stealth, which I imagine a cat would be very adept
Depends how
at.
far away from the door you are.
Well, I'm trying
find
to-
a bloody protein thing.
Here, I'll post it.
Well, even if I was really close to the door, I imagine they wouldn't heed too much mind to it. Even if they did notice it.
Probably true.
Let's see. Eyes of the bees, feral weapon. We have.
Oh, wait a
shape
minute.
change.
Hold on. Shape change. The vampire can assume the shape of an animal roughly the same size as the original mass. You're a pretty big cat.
Yeah.
That would be one fuck of a cat, yes.
Sorry, how big is the cat?
The size of a person.
What?
Yeah.
It says roughly. We could stretch it.
Rex, do you have 3 or 4?
I'm not a big cat. I'm a dense cat. All right.
In Protean, do you have 3 or 4?
I have 3.
Yeah, so you can't change the size. You can only change into an animal. So you're just a big cat.
Well,
the same size.
Arch, you're the DM. You get to executize over this.
The vampire can only change into one type of animal. So you're a walrus. Right now you are a walrus.
oh, I
Sneaking up on this guy.
when I pick an animal, I can't be another animal later. I got to stick with it.
Apparently, yes.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Then
So-
we'll tell you what. It says same. It says here.
Well, hold
Well,
on.
we can keep it because what it says is we'll change it. One type of animal. So if I change into a wolf, then I could change into a guard dog as well.
Yeah. You know, you can change into like a pretty scary looking guard dog. We usually be like a mutt, you know? That could work.
I could just look like a right proper German Shepherd guard dog.
Into one type. I think that is
Yeah.
one type of animal specifically. It refers to there.
Wolves are canines. Wolves are dogs.
So you need a .4 to go metamorphosis to actually like turn into cat and shit. Okay.
All right. Well then, could we replace for this? Would it be? I don't think it would be a meaningful retcon for me to change it from, instead of being a cat, me being a guard dog
Or a bird.
I think because, well, if we're doing the size thing, as long as it's not ludicrously large or small,
Emu.
I'd be a fucking emu in a heartbeat.
You fit right in.
I think blending your wolf as a dog will probably work in most
Of course
cases.
it would. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd still look like a wolf, but no one in a city is going to look at that and think, "Oh yeah, that's a wolf." They're going to think dog.
I think I should just be able to transform into a dog.
I don't think
Dogs,
so.
wolves. Yeah.
Because it's silly.
Oh, that's not silly at all. That's
We need to bring some logic into this.
makes a lot of sense, actually. Because dogs and wolves are the same thing.
Right, so you are a vaguely, obscenely large dog. And you're trying to slip into this church. So,
Well, was the door locked? Did I observe them unlock the door? Because I imagine
no,
the church door would be
is
open.
still open because he
Okay.
opened it for the guy. So now you're trying to just rush in after him, basically.
Would it be, well, if the door, could I just essentially
Just put
pull
your
open
foot
the
in.
door and go in?
Not if he
myself?
locks it.
Oh,
So-
it's locked.
To try and just slip in now whilst he's entering, that would be probably dexterity and what? Awareness, something like that.
Yeah, let me take a
stealth.
look here. I've got the stats down here for Wolf. Wolf's got doop physical. Oh shit. Wolves are great. They have physical pools of 6. So yeah, let's do that shit. Wolves are amazing in this game. Jeez. All right, let us give that a shot. So that gives me a 6 dexterity. And you want me to mix that with what skill?
To just try and rush in through the door, we'll say probably athletics, I guess, would be best.
All right, we can do that. Let's change that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dexterity.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees of success. Yep. You definitely make it to the door. You rush inside quickly. You startle the priest. It's just like, oh, the hound from hell has just arrived, apparently.
I give him the most man's best friend look I possibly can, and hope that he's really big into Francis of Assisi.
I'm going to make you roll for that. Charisma and what? Persuasion? Yeah.
Charisma and persuasion.
Roll charisma and persuasion for, Bambi eyes.
I'm sure they're going to
Alright.
continue with their covert meeting in exactly the same way, having just had a wolf push past them the moment they open the door. It's not something that happens every day.
All right, here we go. Come on. Hey!
Well done.
3 degrees of success. That's not bad. Right. Yeah. You roll up your eyes. You flatten your ears against your head. You whine as pittily as you possibly can. And the priest just goes like, "Oh, it's just a hungry puppy. So adorable."
Just a hungry puppy, man.
Yeah. He lets you in the church. He even gives you a sausage.
Yes! I got the pre-sausage.
Score.
It's just a sausage, not the sausage.
But you can't
Oh.
eat it.
Yeah, I can.
Do you have that, or do you get that when you're in dog form?
I believe I do. That is on my details, I think. No, that's on my chronicle. Yes, I have eat food.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
you can actually eat food.
I think I do too.
And in animal form, would I not get that anyway? Because it is the animal's body now.
No, you'd still be a supernatural being.
All right. Luckily, I have it, so we're good.
Yep. That is good. Right. Sphincter was a little bit confused by all of the commotion, but he too has seen that it is just a dog that has been given a sausage, and he seems content with that. It's a bloody big dog, but fuck it. And he proceeds over to a confessional booth. The priest tells him that he'll be right there, and he locks the door and then proceeds over to the confessional.
Well, confessionals are closed, so I imagine I can just once they both go inside and close the door, I can mosey on up to the side and just have a little listen.
You certainly can.
All right. Well, I just sit there and kind of wait and see what I can hear.
Okay. Give me awareness and what? Wits to figure out what they're saying, I guess.
All right.
Nice.
Rags is on fire today.
I knew. Yeah, you want to I knew putting those points to awareness was a good one.
If he gets unlucky, though, he might actually be on fire. I mean, we are dealing with holy men here.
That is true. That is true. Like, I wonder if the holy sausage would make Rags turn on fire or something. Like, if he gave Rags the sausage, then probably. But since he didn't,
I mean,
I doubt there's any blessed sausage in this church.
If we're talking about a priest,
well, there's at least one blessed sausage in this church.
If we're talking about a priest who'll open his church up to someone to do confessional in the middle of the night, then it might actually be true faith.
You open up your big, fluffy dog ears, lean in close to the confessional, try to resist the urge of lifting your back leg and urinating all over the place.
I don't know. I do that. That's really.
And you hear it begin.
It's the house of God.
Holy Father, forgive me, for I have sinned, etc. It goes on as usual. First, he lists some just banal stuff. He's been a bit of a naughty boy, not completing his tasks properly, etc.
Oh, wow.
But the priest seems to think like this is just like the preamble. The priest sits there and he goes like, "This is not what you came to me for, my son."
So of course, you don't go to confession.
Move on to the real problem. And he sounds really, caring. Like he's heard this story before. He knows that the guy is probably hurting for all of this. He wants to help. And then we get into it. Sphincter starts describing his business trips, how he's been traveling across Germany, how he's been living in hotels and the hotel bars and things. And he says that he's been trying to deal with the unnatural urges that he has, but he's been really struggling. He just can't get over it, priest, father. He really likes men, and he knows he shouldn't. He knows that it's not right for him to lust after his fellow man, but he just can't help it, and he begs God for forgiveness for his deviant emotions.
Well, that was easy. Good job, Rags.
Oh well, if I can't sniff out a homosexual, then okay. So,
do we need Arch? I guess the answer is no, but do we need anything resembling evidence to do this?
Yeah, surely we can't just say we because the priests are known for being.
Well, hang on. Why would we need anything in regards to evidence?
Because they might ask for it.
Well, who's going to ask for it?
I mean, are we just going to go and say, this guy's gay? We can't prove it, but we reckon.
No, we can prove it because Rags heard him saying that Rags snuck into a church late at night when he
all right, so we need to have a discussion.
And he admitted he was gay.
What counts as proof?
Yeah, I assume that they have a lower standard and that an anecdote of someone that they quote-unquote trust is good enough.
No,
All right.
even if it's not proved, so look, we heard and saw this, so bring him in for questioning, and then they'll just interrogate him, and he'll break under the interrogation and start crying, going, "Yeah, I long for dick in my ass," and then boom, we got him.
Soundbite.
And that's how we deal with Jeremy Corbyn.
But now we involve the priest.
Why?
Too bad.
All right, well, there you go.
No, why would the priest have to be involved?
Well, because then, if we say I guess we don't have to say where we got the info. Yeah.
Well, even if we do, the priest is doing. I mean, I assume the Nazis haven't a great deal of problem with the priests doing their job. I don't know. Maybe
Well,
they
a priest
do want to
is
break down
supposed to- I think
the
that
sacred
the
trust of
priest is
confessional.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I don't know how big the Nazis were into that, but if they're religious, then I mean, it
Yeah.
depends on the person. That might be a big deal to them.
Would we know that, Arch?
The Nazis definitely were religious. They put a fair bit of faith in religion, but they were also very pragmatic when it came to religion. You know, the state was still by far the most important. The church was a means to an end more than anything else.
So they would violate the trust of confessional if they thought they had a good reason.
They would probably see it as the priest's duty to do so.
Right. Okay, the priest might get screwed over then. I'm not sure
Well, yeah,
why
Okay,
we
well,
care.
hang on. Why don't you approach? Wait until the meeting's over. In fact, let's just carry on. See what else they say. Wait until the meeting's over, and we can talk to the priest.
Yeah. Does he say anything else? Because all we've got is that he likes men, and he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to, but he does. But he hasn't done anything yet. So, is there anything more solid that we can get him on? Or it's probably poor phrasing.
enough.
But is there anything more like concrete?
More solid.
I inferred from him
Something
that
harder?
he has been
Anything more stiff?
touching butts.
Well, I don't know. He says he doesn't want to.
Yeah, sure. He might be.
He says he
redeemed.
he doesn't want to like men, but he does, and so he's having trouble with that. I don't think that he has actually done anything, if that's what he's putting it as.
He said he'd been staying in hotels. That sounds to me like he's been out and about doing it rather than just wanting to.
Okay, so
Yes.
my Discord did a dip, and I basically couldn't hear anything you guys said after I started talking about what happened in the confessional, which I wonder if was
Amazing.
intentional. So, what have you heard me say?
Not really much actually. I was gonna ask you if they keep going on. I'm gonna sit around and listen. Because I would like something a bit more concrete if I can possibly hear anything. Does he go on about anything else?
Well, in this confessional, he just talks about how he can't stop lusting after men, basically, and how he thinks it's wrong, how he knows it's wrong, that he's trying, but he does not confess to doing anything.
All right. I guess if that's the best we can get for the moment, it's the best we can get for the moment.
Well, maybe just hang out for a bit and see what else happens. Inconspicuously.
All right. You can do that if you want.
I mean, you could just be like, "Oh, I'm a big dog. Have you had a penis lately?"
Oh shit, a talking dog. But
Just-
yes.
Bring your sausage to him and go like, "Don't worry, friend. I like sausage too. Have you partaken recently?"
I'm the Homo Wolf of Berlin. Surely you've heard the stories. They're true, all of them.
You can trust me.
Wow, Rags, you're really typecast, man.
The homo
This
dog
is such
of
a
Berlin.
problematic campaign.
There probably is a homo dog of Berlin, to be honest.
Homo Dog of Berlin. He's like
So
Santa
what
Claus.
else
He's like
does
the
he
Tooth
say?
Fairy,
Well-
but for gay Nazis.
What else does he say when he's in the confessional? Anything else?
No. Like, he's clearly been here before. Both he and the priests talk about this at length, you know, how he needs to control his baser urges, how this is a challenge sent from Satan, etc., etc. But he does not confess to any recent attempts at riding the bull.
Right. Okay.
All right then. Well, I'll just hang out until he leaves, I suppose.
Okay, yep. He's in there for quite a while, like probably an hour, close to, talking about all of this. You know, the priest eventually forgives his sins, tells him he needs to do better. That the priest's always there to talk to him should he need a shoulder to cry on, but not something to suck on, of course. And then he leaves back to his house.
Man, I hate those shoulder suckers.
All right, I gotcha. Well, I guess with that, I assume that he just hangs out at his house, goes to bed, and doesn't leave anywhere for the rest of the night.
No, you keep watch, but he doesn't go anywhere else, so you can safely assume he's probably gone to bed.
All right. Well, yeah. Then pretty much when dawn starts to creep up, I'll return to our hotel, and I'll wait for the two of them to meet me there, and I guess you can go into what they did while I was out sniffing about.
I need to be right back for just a minute, probably no more. So why don't you go first, Sargon?
Well,
I
afterwards,
guess we go together, right?
Well, can we not speak to the priest?
Well, not yet because because of the time, you guys, while I've been doing this, you guys have been out talking to like Kreutz and Herring's people at the armaments factory. So by the time I get back, it'll be super late, and I'll either be waiting for you or I will just have met up with you. But you need to do your actions for what you did while I was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll.
Well, Uzalu said he had to step out for just a minute, and I suppose you guys will go together.
There's no reason for that. You might as well just each do a person. Just like I did and you did, Rex.
I think I'll take Herring, and I'm interested in his suspected communism.
Ooh, communists.
So,
Let me top up.
where does Lutz Herring live? Is he in, or stay in Berlin?
He has a little place where he lives.
Right, and obviously I can find out what that is, right?
Yes, that's in his documents.
Right, okay.
Right, so you can show up to his house.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how to approach it. I think I might invite him out for a drink.
Oh yes, the Gestapo, very friendly. Like, oh, wanna go have a drink with me? It's fine. Just gonna
Well,
talk.
does he know I'm Gestapo?
No. Are you wearing your SS uniform, or are you going incognito?
Do I have like a regular military uniform?
No.
No. Okay. Do I have
SS
a nice
uniform
set of
is
clothes?
your regular uniform. Yeah, you can go up and purchase some simple clothes, some civilian clothes.
He's saying that if I go as a member of the SS, I mean, he's a member of the armaments board. I can just say that I'm interested in this and talk to him about this, couldn't I?
About what specifically? About armaments?
Yeah.
You do have the cover of your original cover story. The reason why you were Berlin was because you were the guys who had captured the Russian armor, and therefore you were supposed to be interrogated about that. So you could say that.
Oh yeah, good point. I can, and right. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go in my official uniform and knock at his door.
Okay. All right. So you're going to go to Phil's house, was it? Alone?
No, Lutz Herring.
Lutz, that was it. Yeah. Lutz Herring. All right. Okay. Yep. He opens the door. He says hello and asks who you are and what he can do for you, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Herring, I presume.
That is indeed correct. What can I do for you?
I'll introduce myself as Ludwig. God, what was my name? Ludwig von Saxony. I've just returned from the front, and I have a great deal of information about the Russian, the effort against the Russians that I would care to discuss with you.
I see. I'm sure first and foremost he corrects you that the Germans don't use V. It's fun.
Okay, but fine.
Yeah, but yeah. All right.
I have nothing to say to that.
He looks around a little bit confused, like, it's awfully late.
Well, what time did I go there?
Oh yeah, that's nighttime. Otherwise, you'd be dead.
Well, yeah, but I assume at like 9 o'clock or something.
9-10ish odd, but I mean that is late. That is well past official business hours.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll say to him, I know, but my schedule unfortunately has been demanding, and I assume I've got money to buy beer with and drinks.
Okay, and you want to ask him out?
Yeah. I hear he's the
Something
man
for
to
the
speak
confession.
to in regards to this, and I think it's information that I think he will get a lot out of.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So you're suggesting a bit of an unofficial meeting, basically.
Yeah. I've heard good things about you, and I'd like to get to know you.
Okay. Yep. We can go with that. Give me a second. I think Discord is fucking with my sound equipment again.
Okay. If it starts going helium based again, I'll let you know.
I'm back.
He's gone.
I can't believe #WeHeartGermany was trending on Twitter, unrelated to the fact there was a shooting.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Like, We Heart Germany was trending when I got up like 10 o'clock or something, 11 o'clock, before the shooting. And it was because of the Remainers going, oh, actually, we love Germany, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, and you guys seem to hate England. What a weird coincidence.
Was that around the same time that there were
Traitors.
reports that Germany's economy is doing a lot worse just because we've announced that we're going to leave the EU?
Oh, I haven't seen those.
Yeah, I saw an article about this morning.
Which recent one? Was this recent, was it?
I think it was today. It might have been. It was recent though.
Traitors, man.
They've
They're all-
already.
Recession looms. Oh, yeah, Reuters. Oh. Surprise rise in German output was just a flash in the pan.
Yeah, a lot
Okay,
of
so-
outlets talking about the German recession sort of mitigate it by saying it's just a technical recession. It's probably the result of
my
X, Y,
Mickey
Z,
Mouse
but
thing.
it keeps going
Nope.
Living in
further.
cloud cuckoo land. So.
Yeah. I have the actually, Arch, you want to get back to it?
Arch.
Arch?
Did nothing. Right. I'm restarting Discord.
Okay.
Oh, no.
All right.
So apparently that shooter, he spoke in English. He called himself anonymous. He said he was a Holocaust denier. He said feminism is the cause of declining birth rates in the West, which acts as a scapegoat for mass immigration, and the root of all these problems is the Jew. Then he starts
So
opening
full on
fire.
hole, then.
Yeah. And
Yep.
he starts opening
Sounds-
fire at the door.
Sounds like a classic Jewish plant.
And then after,
guns are illegal in Germany.
after he
They're
couldn't
not
get
illegal
in,
Germany.
after he couldn't get in, he called himself a loser, and then he started going down the street to a local kebab shop and shot that place up, all the while calling himself a loser into his camera. Jesus.
Fucking hell.
And then when he made his getaway, he said, "Sorry, guys. One time loser, always a loser." And he drove away.
He did kill 2 people. So, I mean, this is pretty fucking awful.
He had a shotgun in the public street and only killed 2 people. Not that I'm saying he should have done better, but
How many?
He also had grenades, by the way, not just...
He had
gun.
grenades.
Yeah.
how
Jeez,
is the
I'm
death
glad this
count
guy-
not in the
This guy
dozens?
is a loser.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, thank goodness, but gosh, you wonder how. It's like that guy who shot up that grocery store, and he shot like with the shotgun. He shot like 60 rounds and only killed a couple people.
Yeah, if you're a mass shooter and your kill death ratio is less than 3-1, I think you're out. You're a loser.
Fucking give
definitely.
it up.
Yeah.
Just find a new job.
Yeah, exactly. Take up a different line of work.
This ain't for you.
There have been mass shooters with a negative KDR, amazingly.
Well, the YouTube.
No, Arch,
shooter-
we cannot hear you.
Yeah, Arch, we can't hear you. Wait. Did he escape?
No,
I'm reading these articles. I don't see his name, and I don't see any reports that he's been arrested. Is he still on the run?
Let's track his IP address.
No, he tossed the camera out into the bush when he drove away, and then it just rolled in the bush until Twitch turned the stream off.
So he was speaking in English. I assume he had a German accent.
Gotta find the stream and see.
If he's speaking in English, it's something he wants the world to know. It's
Yeah.
it's
I love how
done for
arrogant
attention.
that is. But yeah, this is 4chan culture coming to life. Like this is the inevitable conclusion of the alt-right, I think.
All we're supposed to think it is.
No, I think this is. They've been censored out of existence. They're not being listened to at all. The whole clown world thing was them dealing with the fact that was the case, and I think this is the final phase of it.
Yep, certainly could be. Chat saying, or one person in chat saying, I'm from Germany, as far as I know, they got him.
They got him?
Did they
That's
catch
good.
up? Because, I mean, from what you guys are saying, it sounds like he did escape briefly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine that he'd get caught.
Yeah.
Oh God! The prosecutor's office in Germany said whether this case had an anti-Semitic motive still has to be determined.
What?
I think it's
Yeah, well,
Look,
I'm sure they'll find out somehow.
As
sure there'll
people
be
from
some
the
clue.
internet, we can let you know that it definitely did have an anti-Semitic motive. He was definitely following Brendan Tarrant. Brenton. Well, what was? I can't even remember his name.
he mentioned him actually.
Yeah, got
In the
no
stream.
doubt, no doubt. There was another one in America where someone attacked a synagogue because, and I tell you what, man, it is not the fucking people in the synagogues that are the problem. By any, if they're thinking it's Jewish people, the Jewish people they're thinking of don't go to fucking synagogue, man. Like Orthodox Jews are not the same kinds of people that they're thinking of. They're thinking of the fucking Ezra Kleins, the media types.
There's a name for them, and I can't remember what the type of Jew is.
Not that I'm suggesting you go shoot up
Is
them.
cultural Jew or
No, there's a specific internal name for them. I can't remember what it is.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
All
yeah,
right.
we can.
Fucking Discord.
Welcome back, Arch. Could your chat hear you?
I have no idea.
Could they hear us?
Don't know.
Yeah, chat's got it. Hasidic is, I think, the one I'm looking for.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah,
so
but okay.
you came to his house. You're like, you understand it's late, etc. You just want to have a, relaxed, off the books kind of meeting, and just order beers. To talk about your discoveries and so on. Okay. He seems a bit hesitant like this. It's like a dude in an SS uniform shows up at your door at 10 o'clock and is like, hey, you want to go for a pint? He seems to be a bit worried. I think you're going to have to try and convince him.
okay. What, using a roll?
Yes.
Okay. Can I use my intelligence to? Because I don't know anything about armaments and the sort of thing. What sort of stuff does he exactly do? Like the armament. Like what sort of thing is he in charge of? Exactly.
Small arms.
Member
Well,
of the armaments board.
You have been brought in to talk more specifically about the performance of the Russian tanks that you've been dealing with.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just say to him, unfortunately, today, this evening, is the only time I have, and I'd like to give him some intellectual spiel that I've noticed with the Russian tanks, whatever that is, using my intelligence stat, and then, I don't know, whatever, academics or awareness, or I don't know, whatever.
Okay. Do you have any relevant academic skills like weaponry, tanking, tank driving, etc.?
I have very heavy weapons as a discipline.
Yeah, that would probably give you a decent thing. Yeah.
I've got academics 1 at least in it, and 4 in intelligence.
You have academics 1, but that isn't that. It's just general academics. But so in this case, I think the very heavy weapons, which you have a point in.
Yeah.
I think you can then do intelligence, just straight up intelligence, no second attribute, and then a bonus of 1 from the heavy weapons, basically.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
That's very good. Wow, everybody's rolling great today.
Well,
Yeah, you
let
just
me
wait
tell
until I
you
start rolling.
something, Sonny Jim. Yeah, I'll explain what I want to talk about in good detail.
Right, yeah, that's 6 levels of success. So you go on at length about the spiel of how the Russian 76mm cannon mounted on both the T-34 and the KB-1 is able to penetrate the Panzer 3s and 4s at considerable angle, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And you want to go into detail about that, give him a little bit of a brief that he can take to the Almonds point. Okay. All right. Well, I'll roll skepticism and see. Oh yeah, no, he's convinced.
Oh, God,
he's
he's
very
skeptic.
convinced.
He's convinced I'm an expert because I sat there and gave him expert commentary on it. Yeah, good.
If he'd rolled better, he would have seen through your expert commentary and realized you weren't really an expert.
Well, if he passed
maybe I
his
am.
skepticism check, you would have to re-roll for, I guess, for proving it or something.
Yeah, but anyway, okay, great, and I'll let him know that all the drinks will be on me.
Oh, big spender. This guy's the one with the alcohol problem.
Yeah, I know. That's why I approached him this way.
Oh, sneaky. Okay. Yep. You go to a nearest bar. It's very German,
Yeah.
Big overweight women in lederhosen and shit.
Excellent.
You see somebody that looks oddly familiar, kind of like Hitler, but a woman.
Right. Okay.
Kind of disturbing, frankly. And so you sit down and you have a chat about this. You give him lots of relevant details. You try and fish this out at him, and what I'm guessing you're trying to do is kind of lead him somewhere, or to get him. Do you want to try and get him drunk first, maybe? Or
Yeah. Just I'll spend the first 3 or 4 drinks just talking through the detail of the tanks and what I learned, and tell him what I think he needs to know in this regard, like technical, factual information. And then by imagine the sort of 4th or 5th drink, we're going to start talking about my experiences at the front, fighting the communists and all this sort of stuff.
the Untermensch.
Yeah. And as I'm talking, I'm going to use my giant throbbing brain to drop dog whistles to communism in the conversation, and use I might say comrades when referring to the Russians or something, and see how he responds, see what his sort of understanding of communism's like, and try and probe him, but gently. Whatever I need to roll to do that.
Okay. All right. That would probably be manipulation, along with what? A very specific thing.
Well, there's also the breath of life he has to use too.
That's right.
Can you shutting your goddamn whore Canadian mouth there? Will you?
Sorry.
Now, Sargon can eat food, so he's fine on that front.
So yeah.
Can he
Warm
get
out,
drunk?
zip it.
You can eat food?
Yeah, I can eat food. Get Ben.
So
I didn't know
Fucking
that.
tattletale.
can vampires
Spoiler.
get drunk if they can drink food?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I was
Yeah,
just thinking.
I'm fairly certain they don't give too much of a shit about their blood alcohol level, honestly.
But I'll just relax, make it just look like I'm relaxed. But yeah, so what do I need to do? Manipulation. I don't know if am I trying to manipulate him? I don't think I'm trying to get him to believe something.
Oh, yeah, you are. You're trying to trick him into saying something, essentially.
Well, no, I don't.
leading him on.
No, I don't. I'm not trying to trick him. I'm trying to probe him. I'm investigating. So it'd be more awareness than anything else, I would have thought, because I'm not trying to make him a communist or get him to admit to being something he's not. I'm just trying to figure out what he is.
Yes, but you are using language designed to bring out those reactions.
Watch him now report you to the...
Yeah, but I don't think that's manipulation.
Yeah, pretty sure trying to probe men in bars is what's going to get Sprudel in trouble.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I think that's manipulation.
Got that. Okay, manipulation
and you could use academics, I suppose, to get your knowledge about that. You could use politics, certainly. Academics or politics probably fair enough.
These are something I have 1 point in, so I'm not exactly. God, 4 intelligence was fucking wasted. All right, 3 successes.
3 successes. I mean, that's not bad.
You know what I have points in? Academics and politics.
Well, and you didn't accompany him, Uzulu. Fuck you, I guess.
Oh, I would have done. We have 3 targets and 3 investigators.
No, it's fine, man. It's fine. Right,
no,
okay,
it's not.
3
Shame on you.
Success. Yeah.
Right. Heal roll for skepticism.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Oh, God, right. This is one of those days when the players roll really well and the GM rolls really badly.
Did he just blurt out that Stalin did nothing wrong?
Practically.
Gotcha.
I mean, that was 0 degrees of success on his part, so he is...
Hang on, that doesn't necessarily... I mean, yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, sorry.
Basically, that means that you entirely succeeded in what you were trying to do.
Right. And does he respond with pro-communist rhetoric?
Not overtly. He's completely unaware of what you are doing to him. He hasn't the faintest fucking clue. He's getting progressively more drunk as well. He doesn't have his guard up at all at this point.
Good.
So he's doing his best impression of a fish, essentially, by attempting to breathe liquid.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes on about the virtues of communism, how it isn't that bad, but he has clearly changed his tune a little bit because he wears on that socialism is far more important than communism, and how the Germans have got the right solution, the right mix of socialist ideas, etc. So he sounds like a bit of a convert, really.
Yeah, he does.
None of this is out of the ordinary.
Yeah, suspected communist, though. I mean, he's pretty. I mean, if he's going on about the virtues of communism, checkmate. Okay, I'm going to play along.
He's talking about socialist values, basically, and how he even gives you an anecdote. When he was younger, he thought communism was the ones who had socialism right, but then Adolf came to power, and now he's seen the light, and it has a tiny mustache and such on.
Right? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we could probably frame this guy as a communist if we need.
What?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm the last person to think this is a strict requirement, but it wouldn't be very accurate.
I'm sorry. He's saying that he thinks that there's something the communists have got right.
He's completely
ago, ignoring
I used to think the communists were right.
Nationalism.
Yeah. No, what he's saying, years and years and years ago, I used to think the communists were right, but now I know that Adolf Hitler is right to the point where I'm a Nazi working for him actively to my fullest capacity.
It's okay, Rags. Sargon just dug up his tweets from 10 years ago.
Yeah, the distinction is that he thinks that socialist values are important, not nationalist.
Oh, hashtag mine's Vi.
Look, well, I'm not interested in being fair. Being Nazi inquisitors, for Christ's sake.
We should strive to be accurate.
I'm going to ask him how much communist literature he read.
Okay.
I wonder how philosophical he got with it.
Right. So he's Like he was drunk. Now he's getting
Yeah.
pretty in there. So he's talking a little bit about it. You know, he read some Marxist writings, stuff like that. But one of those, he gets a little bit of he gets a bit melancholic, and he starts talking about it. So he was really kind of rebellious as a youth. Like his parents didn't want him to pursue anything like this, really. And that was because his grandfather had been in Russia, and he lost his life during the revolution over there. And he goes on about how that was one of the things that turned him off communism, because it had a lot of ideas around the races, and he wasn't ready to accept that back then. And the fact that his grandfather was a Jew was one of the reasons why the communists eventually killed them.
Okay, so I've noticed two things. Firstly,
Got him.
I became a Nazi because I'm not racist enough to be a socialist. And secondly, Jewish blood pretty close to his
Grandfather
genes.
was a Jew, man. That's all I needed to hear.
Close enough.
Okay, I'll stop.
Which side? Well, which side of the family, though?
Oh yeah, mother or father.
Mother's side.
Right.
Wait, that's when it matters as well. Isn't
Yeah. That, I mean, isn't that a Jewish tradition? So it doesn't really matter that much to us.
And is it like through marriage or blood or
blood?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, blood and marriage are the same thing, aren't they?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, that's all I need to hear. So I'm just going to carry on drinking and have a nice night and make sure he gets home safely.
Oh, how kind of you.
Yeah.
How gentle. How genteel, in fact, even.
Yeah.
Chat's just given us some handy dandy advice. Anyone with a Jewish grandparent is a Jew as of the Nuremberg laws, and it's confirmed at Wannsee, says Laurie.
Well, there we go.
There you go, indeed. Well, you two have
So
succeeded
I found the
remarkably
Jew.
easily. Yeah.
Rags found the gay. I found the Jew. Okay, carry on.
You two have succeeded remarkably easily. I have a feeling mine's not going to go so well, because I have to uncover massive political corruption now.
On your own.
Yeah.
But this just proves that any Nazi organization is going to end up controlled by gay Jews at the end of it. So just don't bother. Just don't bother.
The gay Jews.
I'll let you do Uzulu's, man. I'm gonna go get a drink. Be back in a minute.
Okay, Uzuru, what's your money on? Homosexuality, Jews in the family, or what are you going for?
Well, we've had those two themes. I'm going for something different. I believe the one that we had left to investigate was Alfred Kreutz, because he seemed the most embroiled with potential. Well, either because he's embroiled with Johann as well, so we were going to go with that angle, but we've already fucking got Johann, so I'm not sure if we need to. And other than that, I think we thought he was the one most likely to be doing dodgy stuff financially and possibly politically. Wasn't he cooperating with... Sorry, who was Lutz Hering? At some point it was said that he was like a minister, but then at some point it was said that he was an underling of Kreutz.
See? So you're going after Lutz, then?
No, I was thinking about Kreutz. I'm just wondering who Hering is. I'm trying to remember what the details are for Kreutz.
Alfred Kreutz. He is the head of an armament factory.
Yep.
The up-and-coming businessman.
Yep. Oh, he's the one that's been very successful.
Yes. His business has won quite a lot of armaments contracts recently, and has been doing very well for himself.
An unusual amount?
Some would certainly say so, yes.
Okay. And Lutz Hering, who is Lutz Hering? Because I've heard he's two different things. I wanted to make sure.
Hering was the guy that Sargon just interviewed.
Yeah. What was his position?
He is a member of the armaments board. The guys giving out the contracts and determining the qualifications, etc.
Right, okay. So if there is any sort of corruption in who's getting the contracts, it's possible that Hering would be cooperating with Kreutz to make that happen.
Possible.
Well, that's pretty much the best I've got, unless there's a good reason to investigate any of the others. I mean, it seems like maybe Dino Alfieri might be an easy one, because he isn't an Aryan. And it would be very easy to find any minor thing that the Nazis would be like, yeah, this is good enough. We want to replace him.
Yeah, he is also by far the most protected as well. Because with him, you wouldn't have to just find a thing that would convince the Germans. You'd have to find something that could convince the Italians too.
Well, pressure from the Germans might, but then I guess, yeah, the Italians wouldn't necessarily instantly fold. Yeah, I feel like you two have taken some of the easier options. I guess we could go and have a look at Kreutz. Maybe we'll ask some of the factory workers if they've noticed anything unusual. It's kind of a generic question, but I'm not sure where else to start with that. I mean, I hope the factory's open late, so I can go there at night.
There are night shifts, yes.
Okay. All right. I guess then I'll just pop over in my full SS uniform, give me the opportunity to the authority to get proper answers, and maybe I'll try and find people who have some degree of authority or look like they've worked there for some time. Maybe sort of foreman, if that's a concept there, and ask them if they've noticed anything unusual with the upper management or with stock or with procedures or anything like that.
Okay, well, there is certainly a foreman, definitely. And, a little bit more specific, what are you looking for?
How to approach this? It's difficult to know because I don't even know if there has been any dodgy dealings. But we just need to find out if there's anything unusual. Even if there has, what's the method for it? Would they even have noticed? I don't think they would. I'm not sure where else to start with it, though.
That's the job of the Inquisitor to find out. You need to be inquisitive. If you cannot be an inquisitive Inquisitor, then what can you be? What use are you?
I didn't choose to be an Inquisitor. Sort of thrust upon me.
I didn't choose the Inquisitor life.
Inquisitor life chose me.
Literally.
I was told to be a fucking Inquisitor. So
I guess... Okay, hold on. Are there any... Do we know of anyone else who's on the armaments board who might have some sort of motive against Herring? Like, is there any sort of competition among them? So if I could find an opponent of Herring's, they might have information on him giving out dodgy contracts. Maybe an opponent of Kreutz.
Not really competition. No, this isn't a competitive job.
No, I guess not. Any other armaments factories that are competing for contracts with Kreutz, like against Kreutz?
Well, yeah, tons of them are getting contracts, but none of them are on the list.
Didn't Johann Sprudel run one, or is he someone in that company? What was Sprudel's role? Have we lost Arch again? No, we lost the server.
Have we?
No, I
I can hear you guys.
Yeah, it wasn't my end. Probably the server. Alright, I was asking, what's Sprudel's role?
Sprudel, he is a member of the Armaments Board. The Armaments Board is the organization that figures out what the army needs and how it's to be designed, and then hands out the contracts for, new anti-tank guns, new anti-aircraft guns, etc. There's no competition between the people in the Armaments Board because, well, they're all working to do the same thing. And nor are they supposed to have any benefits from any contracts they give out.
All right, if Kreutz were to be removed from his position, I want to find the guy who's right under him who would get his position in the company. And ask him if he knows anything.
Okay.
That's the best I can come up with.
All right. Well, again, there is really... I don't think you get the idea of the armaments board. Like, there's no benefit from him being just promoted in this case. They're both just people who vote in what they need. They're part of the board.
I'm thinking someone who's under Kreutz, who, if Kreutz was removed, then that person would gain status and be promoted themselves to Kreutz position.
And the armament factory.
Yeah.
No. Kreutz owns it. It's his factory.
Okay.
So, I mean, you could ask the workers to seize the means of productions, but beyond that, there's no real direct successor, so to say.
I guess I could have a look at, as chat's just recommended, what the contracts are. Maybe there's some sort of commonality, but maybe not.
You can do that, yeah. Yeah, no, you can ask to have the contract sent over to you. That will probably take the day, though, because, that's paperwork that needs to be organized.
I mean, sure, I'll have them sent over anyway, but maybe I'll try and do something else as well.
Mm-hmm.
I can certainly ask around the workers, see if they've noticed anything unusual.
Okay. I mean, basically all of them will ask you the question, define unusual.
Yeah. Well, I think there probably would be a sense of unusual.
I mean, business has been booming recently. They received new contracts recently to remodify the pack. The 5 centimeter is being upgunned to a 75 millimeter gun.
I wonder if they have any secret projects.
Secret projects.
I don't know what that would give me either. See, it'd be a lot easier if I just thought he was gay or something.
Oh, if only he was a faggot, it'd be so much easier.
It would be.
No, the guys on the floor wouldn't know about that. Regardless, what they can tell you is business has been booming. Everybody's pretty happy. He seems to be a pretty damn nice boss who cares about his workers. I guess you could spin that to call him a communist, possibly. They've gotten the job of starting to create the new version of the pack, the 75 millimeter. But beyond that, it's mostly business as usual.
Okay. Are there any other armaments factories in Berlin who would be competing with Kreutz?
Oh, there's plenty who are competing with Kreutz. Basically, all of them have put in some kind of bid for this.
I'd like to find the biggest one and, if available, talk to whoever's in charge there and ask them about Kreutz and his factory.
Okay. That would probably be Krupp or Mann or some of that.
Well, whoever it is, it doesn't even have to be the biggest one, just near the biggest one, another major player. I can go to both separately because, it'd be easy enough for one of them to make up a lie. If they both make up a lie, it'll probably be a different lie, so I'll know they've made it up.
All right. The biggest competitor who looked set to snatch up the job for the Pack 41 was Krupp, which was of course a massive business.
Okay. Who can I talk to who would I suppose whoever's in charge I probably do have access to, being part of the secret police.
Getting access to Krupp is a little more difficult because they're almost as close to German royalty as you got at this point. They are just a hilariously large arms manufacturing conglomerate. At the height of their power, they literally built their own city with their own healthcare, etc. They are huge, and so you can talk to them, but you'll probably have to go to Emil and basically ask permission.
Okay. All right, something a bit more approachable then. Something a bit smaller.
Which one are you investigating? Sorry,
I'm after Kreutz, and I do feel like I have a slightly more complex task because I'm looking for corruption rather than homosexuality.
Yeah, why don't you just get his contracts and then get the contracts from whoever he had the contract with? Get all the relevant documentation and just check all the figures.
Funny you should mention that, Sargon. I've already done that. I'm now looking for doing something else because Arch said it would take time to get that. I'm trying to use the time. But yes, that's the plan. I'm now looking for a competitor that I can have a talk to and see if they have any dirt on Kreutz.
If anything, if I were you, I wouldn't be looking for dirt necessarily with the competitor. I would be basically saying, just get chummy with them.
I feel like Kreutz is probably a busy guy.
Property appropriation was definitely something the Nazis did. 2 members of the Nazi Party, 4 members of the Nazi Party.
Right, I'm not seeing the relevance.
Well, it doesn't matter that this guy's family owns this factory.
No, I know. The problem would be if there's some corruption on the board, which means that he's getting too many contracts. That's the only lead we had, as far as I know.
Yeah, but like if you want a bargaining chip with a rival, you can essentially promise them the factory.
He owns. Oh, I see what you mean. He does own the factory, yes, but I suppose it could be reappropriated. Oh, well, I mean, sure I can use that in the discussion I have with the competitor.
Well, yeah, because you can suggest you're going to give it to them.
But I mean, the problem is, I think they already have a motive to take this guy down because he's doing really well and taking their contracts. And if I give them a massive incentive like that, an even bigger one, they're just more likely to lie. I think I could try that if they don't have anything, but I'll go without it first.
Are we? Look, this is about like naked power grab.
Yeah, I think what we're after is some semblance of validity. I can't just make something up.
Yeah, I know, but if you make up corruption, there we go. If you uncover, corruption, not make it up.
Yeah, but I need some basis for it. It can't just be this competitor said he's corrupt.
Yeah, no, I know, but go to the competitor, get cozy with them, and then essentially have them back you up after the fact.
Okay, still no accuracy, but at least we have corroboration. That could work.
It doesn't matter. We're just going to put this guy in some gulag or get him shot or something. Right?
I know. So I'm not saying that's bad.
Yeah, we're Nazi people. So...
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just, the reason I might not have thought about that is we still have no actual reason to believe it. I'm just teaming up with someone else who wants it to be true.
Yeah, but you don't necessarily need to do it. But you've got just get the setup. Just hint at it or something like that.
Sure. Well, I think let's go and find a
lead as well.
Yeah, let's go and find a competitor who's more proximate, who I can actually talk to in Berlin. Because I'm not sure if you were here for it. Sargon Arch mentioned.
I was listening on my phone.
Okay, no worries.
While I was out.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, carry on, because I'm probably off doing this other thing anyways.
Sure. So who can I find, Arch? It's a bit more proximate.
Let's see. A bit more proximate.
Because I think my character probably would know that Krupp would be unapproachable. So I'd be looking for someone a bit smaller.
Let's see. What else could there be? What else could there possibly be? I need to check my historical accuracy real quick here too.
I would forgive you if you made up a company quickly.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
For us, there's no difference between a real one and one that you've made up.
Shieldbat.
Besides, all companies are made up, so don't worry about it.
Oof. All companies are made up. That's pretty terrible.
Are you a capitalistic surrealist?
Sure.
Yes, there's a little there's something that's better at the very least. Let's see. Yeah, you could potentially go to either Steyr, Steyr Daimler Push, or Volmag. They're a little bit more approachable.
Stayer of Org fame.
Close.
Okay. Well, that's close now. I know it's a few decades before that anyway. I don't think the concept of the bullpup even exists yet.
No, what they have, they were in competition for delivering tracks to half-belt vehicles, particularly the Rauschenschlepper. So it was a fairly minor contract, but they did lose it.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to take a little bit from Sargon's idea as well. I'm going to go there and ask him if he has any dirt on this guy, if he knows anything that's going on that's potentially anti-Reich, potentially dirty dealings, etc. But if he says, "Why, no, of course not, sir," I'll say, "Would you like to make something up?" Or something along those lines. Like, is there anything that we could nudge towards truth for your benefit?
Nudge towards truth.
Yes.
God. I like how I've just given you this little thing here. This little look for some traitors, and everybody's like, yeah. We don't even care anymore. We'll make shit up. The adaptability.
Hey, look, all I'm saying is we're good role players at this point. So that's what we're doing. We it happens to come naturally to us to role play as Nazis. I don't know what to say.
Oh, certainly. Oh, my.
Stick that in your article, Right Wing Watch.
Okay, yep.
Literally role playing.
Literally role playing, indeed.
Role playing.
On Sig Marxist Reddit, too. Rightio. Yeah, you can go to Steyr and ask them if they've got anything.
Mm-hmm.
Any dirt, any filth, any nonsense like so. Oof.
Of course, I'll word it as anti-state rather than dirt.
Anti-state, the worst kind of dirt.
Exactly.
It's even worse than just regular dirt. Right. Okay. Yep. They're a bit smaller, so you can get a hold of them. They've got a local branch office in Berlin, which you can get into easily. You know, you show up in a full Waffen-SS uniform, they'll open the door fairly quickly.
Fantastic. All the regalia, all the bells and whistles.
Mm-hmm. So they're just like, oh, well, what can we help you with today, sir?
Well, I mean, actually, as it happens, you're in the clear. I'm investigating one of your competitors.
Okay, jewishmerchant.jpg.
Indeed. I mean, that's kind of what I'm going for. I don't know, maybe I should try and scare him, but I think I'd rather appeal to his greed than his fear. I think it's going to work better in this case.
Uzulu, 2019. I'd rather appeal to his greed than his fear.
Well,
honestly, I am just howling. I'm so glad I had this muted, but I was just howling about all of this. Sorry, carry on. Honestly, it's so great.
All this drama, I'm going to get no results. Anyway, so yeah. I'll head up and meet the toppest of the top men that I can find here. Whoever is the highest in charge who's around.
All right, yeah. You can get in touch of the guy who's in the charge of the factories creating the Steyr 1500A variant. That's a medium-sized staff car that they deliver in fairly large quantities to the Wehrmacht.
Maybe I'll ask if they have any semi-automatic rifles in stock that I can actually get.
I don't think those exist yet. I don't think. No, that's.
Well, they don't even understand the wording. Like, semi-automatic, what? Haven't you heard? There's an assault rifle ban on.
Well, I'll prioritize that second. Let's head up and have a chat, shall we?
Oh, actually, I would just like to say one thing. Okay, this is important. For all of you who are out there who want to ban assault rifles, Hitler was literally the first person who banned the assault rifle.
Wow.
Hitler was right, once again.
That's not the way I was going to go for it.
According
Man
to
was a
David
visionary.
Hogg and Beto O'Rourke.
I bet they drink water too.
But this is it's totally fucking sorry, continental versus Anglosphere. Just get banned. I hate the whole thing. Right, Karen, sorry.
It is the same attitude that I think is the main flaw of communism as well, or communist-like systems where you change a system, assuming that human nature will remain as it is in the current system, not that it will adapt to the changes you've made.
Oh, it's not even that, man. It's the assumption of who's actually in charge here. Who gets to have the gun, all right? And I really like the English yeoman system where the guy with the bow gets to hold the gun, essentially. Who's going to call the shots? That means it's all done by consent, layered on top of it. Everything else is by the consent of the government, because otherwise they're going to get their bows and go and shoot you. That's the ancient principle that we're looking at here. Like, literally peasants' revolt style stuff. And the communist, the continental collectivist way is the complete opposite. Top down, we'll tell you, you don't need guns.
Indeed.
We've got the guns. And it's like, fuck you.
Yep, that's another part of it.
So yeah, I'll stop being autistic.
No, that's all right. All right, so I'm talking to the guy. I don't know how much investment he'd have in the company compared to the guy who owns the company. But
I mean, less
we'll
so,
try
but
anyway.
the guy who owns it is far away.
Okay. Well, we'll give it a shot anyway. I'll ask him if he knows. Okay, so I'll tell him that we have reasons to be suspicious about the business dealings of one Alfred Kreutz. You wouldn't happen to have any reason to feel the same way, would you? Any suspicions? Any information for us? It could be very important to the future of the Reich.
He clearly recognizes the name, absolutely. But he also informs you that no, our business haven't really collided nearly as much as him and Mr. Krupp, for example. We did lose a contract for the tracks for the Rauschenschlepper, but that's about all we really had with interactions with them. He's done very well for himself recently, very well.
Well, my plan's going terribly. I was rather hoping for more animus than this, but it seems that they're actually quite friendly.
They just haven't had, they haven't clashed all that much, really.
All right, where to go from here?
To Krupp.
No, we already tried that. I mean, I can try to go to someone lower in Krupp, but as Arch said, they're basically royalty.
They're pretty fucking important, yeah.
Can I go to someone lower down in Krupp who isn't as important, but who might have intelligence on this?
You probably just wouldn't be getting a whole lot of the important answers you were looking for.
Yeah.
Basically.
Other than that,
What you're looking for is stuff like business relations and this stuff, which is fairly high up the ladder. So.
Well, I'm not sure then. I mean, we've got the contracts coming in, the details of the contracts. I guess I'll have to have a look at them.
Yep.
Well, you guys have found you degenerates. I'm still going to have to leaf through a bunch of paperwork for a couple more days.
Easier to find out degenerates, but this guy's been doing really well, and I'm sure you'll find some corruption in the paperwork.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe he was just doing really well. Maybe he's just good at
maybe
what he
he's
does.
not. He's a Nazi, mate. Let's not give him the benefit of the doubt. All right.
Is it even possible to be capitalistically successful under the Nazis? I'm not sure
if
it
you're
is.
a loyal party member.
Well, that's fine then. If that's the means for him to succeed, that's good. That's what we want.
Yeah, but
well, it depends upon
Sargon desperately wanting to lock people up in the gulag.
It really depends.
I'm never going to
upon
get the opportunity
how.
in real life because I'm a liberal. I don't think I believe in gulag.
Literally role playing.
If you're successful because you're kissing the correct Nazi ass, then he's protected, and there's not a whole lot you can do about that. But there are other ways to be successful other than kissing Nazi ass, which might be less protected.
But
honestly, in Vampire Economy, the way he described it is that corruption was a liberating effect on the economy.
Fair enough. That possibility that he's using some other method to succeed is a long shot, really.
Well, he's probably bribing people for materials and stuff,
Or he's
making loads of money this way.
Okay, here's an idea then. What if I pretend to be the kind of person he would want to bribe?
A poorman.
You'd have to be like at some of the point during the. Well, you'd have to be a party member in a position of power somewhere along the chain. He'd be the guy you'd be bribing.
Or to be able to convince them that I represent them or someone else.
Well, if you've got a fucking SS uniform, maybe you do.
Maybe indeed. Well, that's an idea then. I could try that.
Maybe if I bribe the SS, this will...
Or I come down as the SS, say that I have evidence, and then see if he'll bribe me to not release it.
Isn't that a bit of a honeypot, though?
Sargon, we already established entrapment isn't a problem.
Well, okay, good point. What was I thinking? You're right. No, you're completely right. I'm completely wrong. Sorry. It was just a natural reaction to go, well, that seems unfair. But that's a good point. Fucking
or something.
Yeah,
there's no such thing as entrapment.
We're Nazis. We're not monsters.
Look, all I'm trying to do, Sargon, is have a liberating effect on the economy.
Good point. I'm done. Yeah, no, carry on. This is going to make him loads of money, or at least he thinks.
All right. Well,
if you want to convince them easily, just use dominate.
All right, so
it's not a bad idea.
Just stipulation. We were sent to investigate if he had done anything bad, not to make him do things that are bad.
Yeah, but I already asked about this, Rags. Arch confirmed there is no concept of entrapment.
Not as long as it's against the enemies of the people.
Why would there be?
How dare he bribe an official SS officer, stuffs money into pocket?
Basically.
I'm going to walk in there and say, hey, we have evidence of wrongdoing. Bribe me and I'll let you get away with it. Okay, here, take this money. How dare you?
Yeah.
Oh, that just makes everything worse, doesn't it?
I mean, if I imply that he should bribe me, did he get away with it? I don't think he does, because I can just lie and say I didn't. But then it'll be his word against mine.
And the bribery system is based on trust, isn't it?
Yeah.
You won't get a bribe in future if you keep selling out the people who give you bribes.
Yeah, but I don't really need to get bribed. It's not part of my job.
Well,
but yeah, no, that is true. Like, dishonor and honor both have a trust component.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's going to work. Ultimately, it is going to be my word against his, but I think mine will win. But then I don't even have to go there and do it. I could just say I did it.
And suddenly we figured out why there's so many false rape complaints. Yeah, I think my word wins.
Well, no, hang on. If he can provide an alibi or something like that, or provide evidence, then you'll look like you're the corrupt person who's being evil.
Still, it's a fairly minor benefit of actually doing it compared to just not doing it and making it up. Like, it's not necessary to actually do it. It's just helpful.
Yeah, it's just helpful if you are actually guilty.
What if I go there and there's a certain recursive aspect to this. I go there and say, we have evidence that you've done wrong things. Bribe me and get away with it. Okay, here's the bribe. Well, now we just have more evidence. Bribe me and you can get away with it. Okay, here's the bribe. Oh, well, now we just have more, etc., etc.
Oh yeah, this is the equivalent of this is the equivalent of double or nothing for him.
Yeah, indeed. Double or nothing forever. And then he gets to the point where he's like, okay, I'm just going to stop now. I'm like, okay, well, we'll just take in the evidence then. You can bank this now and straight to prison. But no, if I go for the initial gambit of bribe me, and then I might be able to extort some information out of him, like, dude, it's pretty bad for you. You're going away for a long time. But if you give me something less damaging than this, maybe I can make sure that you go away for less time.
Maybe you don't have to go away at all.
Maybe
Maybe
indeed.
this all just disappears. Maybe I forget about it.
Maybe he's innocent, Uzlu.
Maybe he's what?
Yeah,
sorry?
people. What? Yeah, has the idea ever occurred to you guys that maybe not every person's horrible? Nazi or not?
Yeah, it seems like this guy might be.
No,
Okay,
no way.
Uzlu, I wouldn't
Innocence
make a
is
move
only-
until you get those papers tomorrow.
Look,
If
if
I were you.
stereotyping is wrong, why have we been right 2 out of 2 times?
Yeah, Uzlu, if I were you, I would wait for the papers to come in.
See,
Figure it out.
that's the problem with you, Dev. You're still playing the honest, good-natured character, despite being a Nazi who was supposed to be a crazy anime girl.
Yeah, well, what happens
Vampires
when,
before we're Nazis.
what happens when Emil figures out that you actually?
That's great.
Listen, that's a moral. I don't
That's
even know
amazing.
anymore.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to be. Good,
Yeah.
evil, bloodsucker. I don't know.
Every vampire for
I'm just
himself.
gonna go live in the woods as a wolf. It's way more simple.
If I were you, Uzlu, I just hold off to get those papers. That's just me.
Good advice, I think.
Yeah, but this
Bolton
is way
doesn't
more
have to deal
interesting.
with this shit.
All right, I'll delay my brilliant plans for 24 hours until I've read through the paperwork. I'll come back to this tomorrow.
Sounds good.
I do enjoy these brainstorming sessions, lads.
Yeah.
We'll get this guy yet, regardless innocent or guilty.
Okay, so the next day we can help, can't we?
I guess so, yeah.
'Cause
Yep.
we're free.
We can do
what's-
a full pantomime to capture this guy.
yeah. So what's the deal with this paperwork then?
Okay, yep. There is indeed paperwork. There's indeed quite a lot of it. It comes in considerable quantities, detailing all of the various deals that this man's company has received, how they were reached, etc. And you start looking through all of them. There's
Okay.
quite a lot. Like they weren't kidding. He has been very successful as of late, and his company's been doing well. Additionally, there hasn't really been any complaints either. Like when he says
Even
he'll
more
make something,
suspicious.
it will be delivered.
More suspicious.
What?
Okay, so I wanna start tracing the sort of flow of money through the company. I'd like to, just set up a basic working model, as in how many contracts they've got from the government, for how much, how the money's been allocated, blah blah blah.
Yeah, is there a significant tendency for these contracts to come from one person in the board as well?
Yeah, so I can figure out some patterns.
Or even
here.
from the same department or the same.
And are the figures congruent? Are there any things that I can see that seem to be obvious bollocks? Like we needed to buy toilet bowls or whatever, and oh look, 50,000 Deutschmarks and what?
Get them on the expenses.
Yeah, exactly. I want to find some corruption here, because then he's going away.
We just build up a bunch of small accusations and then we'll trade them for a big one.
You guys thought that we'd be spending this time using vampiric powers to fight
No.
communism.
We're doing accounting.
We're uncovering financial corruption within the 1940s.
Okay, so which of us actually has points in finance?
Oh, not me.
Shit.
Not me.
Zero.
Look, I've got an intelligence of 4. I can surely count. Okay.
Rags, do you have any finance?
I don't-
You say that.
I don't
Wait,
think so.
Do we all have 0 in finance?
Yeah.
Finance.
We're playing Jew haters. Of course, we don't have anything in finance.
I also have a 0 in finance. I don't know shit about money.
God
Weird,
damn
I
it.
didn't think that was going to come up.
Does anyone
I just-
have any points to put into finance quickly?
Basically, well, no, at the rate that we get experience, fuck no. I hope you liked what you picked.
Well, not right now, I don't.
Anybody have points in larceny?
Nope.
That could be kind of relevant if we're looking for illegal stuff.
Oh, yeah, just see if you can get
that would
Arch
make
to be
sense. Yeah,
generous
that
and
would.
expand the categories.
That sort of makes sense. I don't have anything in that though.
Yeah, no, nothing in that.
God damn it.
Arch,
Again,
can I
we're
just-
playing Jew haters.
Can I just apply my giant brain to the problem as a regular person?
A giant brain to the
Giant
problem.
Aryan.
Well, even
brain.
I
though
have
we
an
have-
intelligence of 4. That's amazing.
Even though we have finance of 0, we still get the rolls for intelligence dots,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you do still get that.
Yeah, you could use your natural intellectual.
my
you know,
fucking giant throbbing brain.
Skill.
I've got nice. I've got an intellect of 3, so I could roll 2 if needed.
Throbbing, indeed.
That's pretty good. That's 4.
Well, you can just about count it down, but you've managed to find some brilliant economic patterns in the company.
Yeah, well, yeah. She's savant when it comes to accounting.
I think the term you're looking for is idiot savant.
I think what you're missing is that autism has been present all throughout history. It was just never diagnosed.
That's probably true.
I know.
I'm not sure vampirism has, though. I'm not sure they coincide.
It might just be a millennial invention, if you ask me honestly.
What, vampirism?
No, autism.
It's just a scapegoat people use for being.
All right, yeah, that is a fair bit of success indeed. You start looking through the paperwork, seeing if you can find anything that looks halfway obvious. You don't really have the financial acumen or skill to get into deep analysis or anything like that. But you do notice that the biggest paying contracts, and also the ones that seem a little bit suspicious as well, like you can't really find a how do I put it? A good reasoning for why they should have received it instead of their competitors, particularly in the case of Krupp. Krupp's prototype seemed to be easier to produce and offered better results. And Krupp also offered to install their 75mm gun in a modified version of the Panzer IV to give that a up gun as well. And yet, whilst Krupp did receive the task of upgunning the Panzer IV in the version of the F2, they did not receive the job for the Pak 41, which seems very odd.
This is so autistic. But okay, yeah, I agree. That's fairly odd.
In fact, the muzzle velocity.
Yeah. Okay, so there are weird discrepancies that I'm aware of because of my background autism about Russian armament.
About the big guns, yes.
Yeah, about the German military in general, I suppose.
And so, looking a bit closer, you see that both of the suspicious contracts was overlooked by the same member of the armament board, Johann Spudel.
Ah, he was my other guy.
Yeah.
To look at.
He's the gay guy at the church.
That too. All right,
okay.
So here's the idea, right? We blackmail him with the knowledge that he is gay into revealing the information about the bribery, then we still fuck him on the fact that he's gay.
Well, if we're going to blackmail him, then we should follow through with our side of the blackmail. Especially because
of the blackmail.
Yeah,
like guys, you were doing so well with the moral let's not be completely evil thing there for a second, and now we're back to this.
Well, if we're going to blackmail him, that's not a bad idea at all. That's actually a good idea. But if he actually goes through with it and it holds up his side, then we need to hold up our side too.
What do you say?
What are we offering?
Do you want to let the sausage maker escape despite his deviancy?
Not allowing him to die, right? Okay.
No, my suggestion was that we offer him salvation and then betray our own word.
Well, hang on.
No, don't betray our own word.
Yeah, we don't need to do that because then we're giving away an asset essentially. If we go to Sprudel and say, listen, we know that you're a closet homo and we're going to out you unless you tell us what this apparent, we think there's some serious corruption going on with Krutz. And if you don't tell us everything you know, we're going to fucking out you as a homo. If we go away unsatisfied from what you tell us. And then,
because if anything, that's the greater evil is the massive, the potential massive corruption within the armaments facility.
If you give us the evidence that we want, we're not going to tell anyone you gave it to us, and this guy will just go away, and you won't have to worry about it. You'll be nice and safe.
Okay. On the bright side, I would like to applaud you all for not even debating whether or not it was worse to be a massive corrupt bastard or gay. So,
I'm glad they went along.
I don't care. I don't get it. Literally, if you've got a mark in this column, that's it. That's something I'm going to use against you here.
I don't know why you think I'm going along with this. I don't understand why we would allow him to go just for giving us this information. Like, we'll let him think that's what we're going to do.
Because then we can use him again in future.
And plus,
you can keep holding his love for sausage over him.
Yeah,
I suppose so, but are we going to need him again? Do any of these other people have...
He did... What's he do again?
He's part of the armaments board.
Yeah, so if we want anything sent to the front we're fighting on, it'd be nice to have someone on the armaments board to, throw the weight around.
Okay, maybe, yeah. The reason I was suggesting that we still get him on the homosex thing is I didn't want to take away the glory of Rags finding that, just to get my own one. But I suppose this is a bigger deal.
The group will know, and I'm a part of the group, so we're all going to be, we're all going to get the rewards for this. This is a group effort, comrades. So, also, I know Dev is being quiet, but I do have to moral fag a little bit here and say that we should hold up our end of the bargain with our fellow Germans.
I'm just sipping on coffee. I don't want to disturb you.
Sure. We can always argue that, and that's obviously correct. But for Nazis, that might not be the most persuasive thing, right? But if we say, well, look, this is just an asset we have, because when we're fighting the Russians, I mean, just some remote battlefield phone call to this guy saying, "Don't forget about the German sausage. Send us some fucking tanks or something." Like,
okay, just to point out, the armaments board don't do that. They're the ones who
do
make new shit. Like, you could prioritize the development of weapons.
We pretty much know that Sprudel is corrupt, or if we don't, we will soon. And so I think he probably could, get someone else to give us something. Throw his weight around us.
He's a high-ranking person in the.
Though I will say this, in terms of that, if we say we know that, what we know is that he just has the desires that he has told to a priest. That is something that if he had any evidence of any kind, he could get rid of it, and it would essentially just become completely and totally just that we knew.
Well, keep in mind, you can also just go and ask the priest about it.
And we'll break him under interrogation anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If we can get a written statement from the priest, or some addition, something more, because Rags is right, we wouldn't want it to just be we're threatening him to tell on him. We probably would rather have something better than that.
That would be preferable, yeah.
So if we can get
the fact that we just go up to him and tell him that we know wouldn't already spook him into the fact of.
All right, so I think we have a decent plan. If we go and see the priest, tell him that it's for the glory of the Reich and it's necessary that he give us this information, give us a written statement. We'll keep him out of it other than that.
It's for the war effort, yeah.
Yeah. He'll probably do it. And then we use that to convince Sprudel, or maybe we don't show Sprudel to protect the priest. Although if he kills the priest, we'll have some pretty good evidence that the priest was telling the truth.
Well, yeah.
Also, what if the priest is actually a good priest and doesn't tell us?
Well, this is where I come in. So I decided while you guys were talking to look through the rules because I was wondering if there was a supernatural way we could pull this off. I checked out my own abilities, and
that's right. We are vampires, not just Nazis. You get caught up in the thrill of it,
I have dominate. I can use dominate on him if necessary.
Use that on the priest. Dominate.
I have an ability, but not yet, that'll let me basically get thoughts from objects from the people who used to hold the objects. So I was like, maybe we can use this, but I have no experience to get it. I was going to use it on
if
the stack
just
of
dominate
papers.
the priest to write the statement.
I have compel.
Statement.
Let me read out what it does.
We tried that before. It wasn't enough. It has to be a simple command. But Sargon, what you can do?
Command.
You have level 2 in blood magic, right, Sargon?
Yep.
Okay, you can have truth of blood, and what that does is you can basically see if someone's telling you the truth or not.
Truth is absolutely irrelevant to anything I'm concerned about.
No, but if you wanted to interrogate somebody, that's a way to do it.
No, what we want to do is compel the priest to just sign a statement. That's it.
Yeah, that is it. We can write the statement. We can write the statement.
Yeah. Just get him to sign it.
I very much feel like the Remain is in Parliament now.
Yeah. That's exactly what this is.
You know,
But,
if we found out anything about if his church was having any financial issues or anything like that, we could also use that and say, "Hey, give us a statement,
True,
and
but
maybe your church's financial."
This is
we
too many
might,
links in the chain, and we don't have enough
Yeah.
time. I don't think it's necessary.
Just this signed statement is more than enough evidence.
I think so, yeah. Well, we can get it probably quite easily, maybe without even using magic, but if we need to, we will. So let's head to the church when we get the time, when we get the opportunity. If we could go there now, Watch, that'd be great, but otherwise tomorrow night.
Let's do it.
Well,
Okay.
We're on the next day already. We're on day 2, aren't we?
Yeah, so you've all done your things now, so this will be the next day.
Yes. Should I go with you, or should I continue my search for the other 2 guys?
Well, hang on. While we're studying the accounts, one of you could. Well, I mean, yeah, someone could go. Sorry, who's the guy?
we could also go in pairs.
Yeah. So So Lutz Herring. What are we doing about him being a Jew? He's also a member of the armaments board.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
don't
at
think
that
we
point, you
need-
can just tell Emil,
Yeah.
can't we? Like that job's done, I think.
we might be able to use him for this, but I don't think we're going to need him.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll keep that option open.
No, that's fine. It was just something that popped into my head.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah,
we'll...
he is a Jew. What do we do with that?
What do you mean?
Sargon,
Aren't we Nazis?
We can't
Sargon,
just
what do you do with the
let a
Jews, Sargon?
Jew exist.
Yeah. Well, not. I mean, I'm not saying about existing, but like being in a position of power, I think that's suspect. If I was a Nazi, wouldn't you? So it'd be like, that would be a black mark, wouldn't it?
While we're sifting through the paperwork, do we find any similar confluences with Herring? Do we find that he's approved a bunch of suspicious contracts?
Make another roll for it.
Sargon, do you want to do that again?
Oh, am
With your
doing-
big brain.
With finance intelligence. Yeah, you
Giant
keep
brain.
boasting about the brain.
Big
Hey,
brain.
It's not
bigger
failed
heart.
so far, has it?
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Well, that's less ideal. Right. You look through his various reports, see if you can find anything that resembles a trace, but you don't find really anything overly suspect about him. Some of his work is what you would call rather shabby, but nothing like suspect. More like just clerical errors and so on.
Right. Sorry. Whose work was this? Are we looking at?
Herring.
Herring. Right.
I've got up some art by Carlis about the Nazi financial tools, basically a nose measuring device.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, no.
It's very important to be able to measure people's noses accurately.
True.
How else will you know?
All right, so let's continue with the plan. Next bit of free time at night that we can actually go out that we've got, we'll head to the church.
Yep. How many of you are going to the church?
Good question.
Oh.
Well,
Well, let's
probably
see.
the more of us go, the better, to be honest. Make it look more
that's true,
official.
Probably true.
Yeah.
Is there
I
anywhere
mean-
else we need to? Where else do we need to go on the second day though? Because we might need other things doing.
Well, we already have it pretty much sewn up with one of these people. I was looking into the 2 that we don't have documents on. Should I
Maybe
continue
it would
doing
be-
that?
Maybe it would be better if you did, because as much as we need more people to be intimidating, it might be distracting at least if one of them is a small child.
Yeah. Here, here. Let me do this first then. Arch, I went looking for these people's documents and I got caught basically in asking too many questions.
Mhm.
That was the situation. Yeah. Can I just speak to them myself? Do I know where they are?
You do. I mean, they're the headquarter offices of the Abwehr, but they're too important to talk to somebody like you, basically.
I see. Okay.
I wonder.
Yeah, basically. Women's liberation haven't happened yet.
And I can't transform and wait for them to walk around like rags. I have an idea, Sargon. Indulge it.
What's that?
You have a level 2 ability called Illuminate the Trail of Prey.
Mm-hmm.
You have to spend 1 white satin ribbon. You soak it in your own blood, and then you light it on fire. And then what it'll do is it'll generate in the world a trail where your chosen target has been the past 24 hours. So we can see if he's gone anywhere untoward.
Honestly, this sounds like Jewish mumbo jumbo. I don't know.
Jewish magic.
Yeah. Sounds like a trail
okay,
of
yeah.
mana to me.
Okay, I'm happy to do it. Who do you want to do that for?
Which one of these two guys do you think? It's Yodel and Herman, right? The
I
two
think
that I'm looking
Yodel's the
into?
higher ranking one.
True enough.
I suppose we could probably do it twice if we can find 2 white ribbons.
I'm sure they're easy to find at a store.
Though at night, maybe not.
So this is a ritual, is it?
Yeah, it takes an hour to
does it
do,
take?
I think.
1 hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The target must be known by face by the caster. I assume we know these people's faces because they're.
You do.
We have dossiers and stuff, I imagine.
Yeah,
You
pictures,
don't know what they look like because their dossiers are completely blank.
Oh, that's right.
Well, surely
But
we can.
I mean, getting a look at their faces would be a hell of a lot easier than getting like a proper interview with them.
True enough. And then you see the path traveled by the victim over the previous 24 hours. The path remains visible for the entire night, and a critical win extends it to 2 nights.
Is the path only visible to vampires? Or is everyone going to see this?
It's only visible to Sargon,
Oh, okay.
Excellent.
so he would have to
So-
take over the investigation to
Yeah.
these people if we use this.
Or I could at least tell you where it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, what do I need to do this, Arch?
You need to carry out a ritual, which I do believe has to do with your occult stat.
Okay, I've got quite good occult stats. So occult and what? Intelligence?
Let's see. I find the description of the damn thing.
Let me see. It's on page 277.
Clinging
Illuminate
of the
the-
insect.
Illuminate the trail of prey.
Communication.
Is what it's called.
Illuminate the trail of prey. Illuminate the trail of prey. Ingredients: white satin ribbon. That's easy enough to get a hold of, even in Nazi Germany. Yeah, it's not that bad.
Take off my dress, Sargon.
Yeah, I
Clip
got
that.
Oh,
don't,
God.
don't. I don't want to get arrested, please. But yeah, you can get that with a ribbon, and then you need to soak it in your blood for a little bit, so you know, get all emo and cut yourself.
Yeah. I will get emo. So I take
Good.
like a light
Do
wound
it
or
just
something.
like all the video games and movies. Cut yourself right on the palm of the inside of your hand. That's where you
Ah.
want to get a cut. If you're going to get cut, that's the place where you want to get cut.
Jesus.
Okay. So consider that done.
Yep. That is a ritual roll. So prisoners or ritual roll is when the ribbon catches fire despite being wet burn. If you're like fuse, yep, that's all adorable and shit. Ritual roll. Yes. Would you like to tell me what that is, real book?
Here it is. Unless otherwise noted, performing a ritual requires a rouse check, 5 minutes per level to cast, and winning an intelligence plus blood sorcery test with a difficulty level of the ritual level +1.
And what's
That was
ritual level
fucking
plus one?
complicated. That was fucking complicated.
Yeah, that sounded like some
I can do that.
Thompson
mate.
shit right
What's the-
there.
Which page is that on, Dev? And I'll read it.
It's between 274 and 275. It overlaps.
274 and 274.
It's a level 2 ritual, so you have to beat 3.
I think, if anything, the rouse checks will probably be the most interesting part of it.
Hmm.
All right.
Well, doesn't a rouse check just determine if it costs blood or not?
Pretty sure. Or your hunger.
Yes, connected to the hunger thingy.
Yeah. It automatically
yeah.
succeeds. The rouse is just to see whether or not you get hunger from it or not.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, rouse
I
isn't
rolled the
to,
dice.
rouse is for blood, not anything else.
I'm not seeing. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Well, no, that's a warding circle, isn't it?
274. It says rituals in big bright letters. Oh, right, they're just larger than normal font.
Oh, yep, I've seen it. Okay. Otherwise noted, performing a ritual requires a rouse check 5 minutes per level. Rouse check 5 minutes per level. The fuck? So that's...
Well, it's a rouse check, comma, so it needs 1 rouse check. 5 minutes per level to cast, so that means it needs 10 minutes. It's a level 2 spell. And then winning intelligence plus blood sorcery against a difficulty of 3.
Aye, that sounds fair enough. Sounds like a decent interpretation of what's going on there.
Okay. Well, I've made my roll.
Okay. A winning intelligence plus blood sorcery test of the ritual plus 1. So that's a 3, yes. And you got a 1.
Wow.
So Sargon makes fuck up noises, basically.
Oops.
Well, doesn't that mean I take a point of hunger?
No, that means the ritual is not successful.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, and you still take a point of hunger because of the rouse check.
Right,
Yes. So Sargon dances around the room, making lots of ooga booga noises. Like, but no rain appears, sadly.
Wow, I thought I knew what I was doing, lad. Sorry.
You can try it again, but you're just going to get hungrier.
Unless he succeeds.
Well, this guy is heavily guarded compared to the others. This guy and the Italian ambassador. We're not really going to get close to him. So this is the only way I could think of to actually get some information on them. But it's your blood pool.
And
there's not a lot of communists around like a battlefield to feast on whatever you please. So
it would be pretty baller if we could get all of these guys, wouldn't it?
Right, okay.
you might even get one experience point.
You failed the rouse again.
Okay.
Sargon's going to be a hungry hippo after all of this.
Meanwhile, Rags is going to be a hungry walrus.
I think I rolled the wrong one there. Yeah, that was just one here. Wrong one.
Yes, you should have 4 dice.
It should be discipline and intelligence.
Yeah, that's also wrong. That's just 2 dice, discipline and intelligence.
Okay. I thought
What is your intelligence, Sargon?
4.
You should be rolling 6 dice then.
Yeah, it's blood sorcery level plus.
I think I probably fucked it up. That's all.
Yeah, I think you fucked up your first roll too, because you only rolled 4 dice and you need to roll 6.
Right. Okay.
Do you get a take back, Arch?
Of course
Come
not.
on.
Do you mistake me for a nice guy or something?
Is that correct? Is that still not correct?
No. Okay. Blood sorcery.
Is it D20 I'm rolling or D10?
Yeah, this was the thing that we were fucking up last time because of blood sorcery.
I'll just roll it manually.
One person told me that the dice roll is 4. That's your intelligence. Then there's 2 for your hunger, apparently. Absorb 6 2. I don't get that hunger rule. That's a problem.
I think I have 6 dice. I'm just going to roll 60-10.
Yeah, 60-10, yeah.
Like a fucking primitive.
Oh wow. Was that 4 degrees of
succeed?
success? Yeah. 5, 5, and 10, that doubles it. Yeah.
I think you need 6 or higher.
No, you need
success.
4 or higher. No, 3 or higher, sorry.
That's 4 degrees of success.
Good.
It's still it. We still got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent.
It is definitely a success.
Okay. So where's he been?
Well, that's the more interesting question. Now you have to figure out where he has been so you can see the trail.
Well, that's easy. Just go to his office. There'll be a trail that you can pick up from outside there.
Good point.
Probably.
Yeah, let's do that.
So I'll go with Sargon and Rags and Oozlu. Take on your guy.
Well, when is this happening? Is this happening the next night? Or
Yeah,
is it
night,
happening... Okay.
Yeah,
well,
this is the next night.
all right.
Yes.
I guess
Yeah.
then Rags and I could go to the church ourselves.
Okay, so let's go, Sargon.
Yeah, okay. Let's do it.
Okay. Alright, yeah. So, you go off to the Abwehr's headquarters, first and foremost, so that you can try and figure out, well, pick up the trail, basically, and figure out where he's gone from there. You do indeed pick up the trail, but the problem is the sheer amount of trails.
Right, okay, go on.
He's a busy lad, this guy, apparently, and he's been around to quite a few places. So it's the question of which one.
Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know which ones he's been to.
So I assume that if he goes back and forth between, say, like 2 offices that he regularly visits for his job, there'll be like 50 trails overlapping, right? Something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some trails that are far thicker than others.
Is there any trail where it's like only one? So it's like a place he doesn't commonly go, but it might be unique.
Roll me an awareness. Like, because you actually roll me awareness and like intelligence.
Well, I can't see it. I can't see it.
That's why I'm.
Obviously.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Right.
And roll 2 dice for hunger. I've never seen that before.
Hang on, what? No, this is fucking up somehow. Because I've got. Is it one dice for every point? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 7 dice here. I don't know why it's not rolling properly.
Is that a penalty for being hungry?
I think that is, yes. Because you can see the 5 is moved over to 2 hunger dice.
Right.
That's
Would
right.
Explain it. How much hunger do you have, Sargon?
2. But I
okay.
should probably only have 1, I think. Because I think the first time I fucked up the roll.
Yes, but I'm not a kind of gentle god now, am I?
Yeah, okay.
Plus, hunger is far more interesting here,
Okay.
since it's not as easy to get it. I really need to actually look up what the fuck. Hunger die, yep. Depending on character, again, what hunger die does for 10-sided, just like regular dice, but should be different colored regular dice, yep. When a player builds a dice pool from a vampire character, they exchange random dice from that pool for hunger dice on a 1-for-1 basis. The dice pool for the roll is lower than the character's hunger, so you have to roll a hunger dice equal to the dice pool.
Yeah, but even. Right, yeah, 7 minus 2. Yeah, okay, fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what did the hunger dice do, in particular?
I got 3. I think they took away from my roll.
Hunger dice. Uh-huh.
Okay, here we go. I got it.
Fair dice. Fair dice power. God, what is this kind of... What is this ridiculous example it's got written here?
Are you looking at this search?
I don't know. I am looking at page 206.
Oh, okay.
And it's just a big thing, apparently. Okay, I'll check out on this after we're done. So, you do indeed manage to find a trail that is used far less than the others. In fact, you seem to discover shoot-off trails that he only uses very occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
There's several of those as well, however, so you'll have to pick one to follow.
Let's choose the first one.
Okay, right. The first one leads you to a large park in the center of Berlin, and it leads you to a trash bin underneath a streetlight near a bench, at which point the trail doubles back.
Is there anything around?
No. No people. It's quiet.
Well, Sargon,
Nothing
it's time
obvious.
to apply your massive, throbbing, intelligent brain to rifling through trash.
What?
No, I meant, is there like a bag I can investigate? You know, that sort of thing. Like,
A bag?
yeah, you know, like if he's dropped something off or left something or put something in a trash can or something like that.
Yeah, would it be thick with a trail on it?
Would you have any way of dating the trail?
Has to be a day old. Yeah, 24 hours.
Okay.
Also, Arch, I've figured out what works with those those hunger dice. They don't really do much on a regular roll. However, if a hunger dice gets a critical, it's considered a messy critical, which means that even though you critically succeed, you do it sloppily. And if you get a 0 or a 1, you get a bestial failure, which means that you have to act out a compulsion in place of what you were doing.
Right, now that's interesting.
So basically, it'll change what you have to do if you have hunger.
Yeah, I get the gist of it. All right,
Yeah.
okay, that's interesting. That's a cool system.
But they still count as regular rolls towards what
Yeah,
you're
so
doing.
they work with it. It's just that the failure and the critical have extra effects.
Yeah.
GM effects. Sadism rising.
So to be fair, that was even more successful than before then.
Okay,
I didn't,
lovely.
I didn't get failures on the hunger dice.
But it also means that Arch gets to do his favorite thing: critical successes and failures. Arch loves those. Arch adores those. Right, so you rifle through the trash.
Semi-automatic or bolt action?
But I didn't critically succeed or fail on anything.
Roll me awareness, I guess, like a rifling through trash roll.
Okay.
Well, I mean, what?
Awareness
Resolve and
plus
Awareness or investigation, whichever one
Resolve.
of them would be.
Right, is that not a fair thing? I mean, is it gross? What are we doing?
Oh, it's not that bad. Not to the point where you have to steel yourself.
Okay.
But yeah, awareness and wits probably to figure out the purpose. You know, this is a banana peel. This is not a banana peel.
Okay, if I can't identify the banana peel.
Then I'll roll as well. Oh,
Critical
Well, oh.
success and a critical failure. Critical success and shit.
yeah, on both.
what a strange roll this was.
I guess
Right.
they cancel each other out, or
Well, that gets complicated.
I can just search.
is the only
Right,
thing
so-
that cancels out a critical of one kind a critical of the other kind? Is it
Alright.
a totally neutral
So is-
roll?
Yeah.
Is that a critical success, critical failure, and then messy critical, bestial failure?
Pretty
And
much.
also a messy critical success.
What kind of compulsions do you have, Sargon?
I don't know.
To fucking lock everyone up.
They're in the character sheet, I think. We all took them. Aren't they under merits and flaws?
Merits
Um,
and flaws.
Yeah, under Chronicle, the second tab.
Okay. I don't think I don't have any merits or flaws.
You didn't put
All
those
my
in, eh?
merits.
I can certainly come up with some and then ensure to enact them out, but I don't have them in here.
you know, my mythic floor is garlic and wild roses. For some reason.
Oh god, is
Yeah,
there
it's not
garlic in the trash can?
Fuck.
Garlic in the trash can.
Something that isn't. Character must take culture test. I get to determine one. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sadism rising once again.
Sample compulsions. Basic compulsions form the core of a blah blah blah.
Don't worry about it, Drax. I'll come up with something much better than just this.
Yeah, it's got like hunger, dominance, harm, paranoia, or a clan-based compulsion.
Right, so let's go through these one by one, shall we? So first and foremost, you get 4 degrees of success minus 1, so that's 3 degrees of success. Then you get an additional 4 degrees of success minus 1, so that's 6 degrees of success, which you'll get regardless. But the second half of that is sloppy. So 3 of those degrees... God, I am doing math now.
Autism.
So 3 degrees of those success is sloppy and 3 degrees of success is normal. So you find down in the trash, you found a brown paper envelope, like a big one, the one you use for storing documents and stuff.
Right, yeah.
It is marked with a red string. You know, it has those 2 little, like, almost buttons where they wrap the
Yeah.
string around. It is marked with a red string, which you can also find down in the trash canister. There's nothing inside of them. now, but the envelope clearly contained quite the volume at one point because it's slightly disformed, like it's been bulged out. Additionally,
notices your bulge.
you find a rat scurrying down at the bottom of the container, and the rat bites at your fingers.
Oh, that's a bad rat. That's not a good rat at all.
This gets you angry. Like, this causes your blood to boil. You're like, how dare this Untermensch bite at you?
Well,
you're not even human, rat.
Well, should it be
even a Jew is better than this rat?
Should not the kind of compulsion be determined, and then Sargon has to act out his compulsion in some way?
I think Sargon's compulsions were set at the start of the game.
Yeah. So, shouldn't it be Sargon to act out his compulsion?
Compulsions occurs on a bestial failure, as the hunger, blah, blah, blah. When a character must take a compulsion, the storyteller chooses one or randomly determines one. So carte blanche for me, basically.
Well, doesn't that mean you have to... So you determine which of the compulsions he has to do?
Storyteller chooses one or randomly determines one by ruling on the table below. So basically, again, carte blanche.
Well, that's fine. What am I doing with this rat?
You don't like it. You kill the rat.
Kill it. Yeah.
You grab it, you rip it to shreds, and then shove the remains down your mouth. You hear the little bones cracking beneath your teeth.
I will literally savor them.
Big vengeance.
Yeah, this fucking rat. I'm down with it. I hate.
I'm just gonna watch this scene frozen.
Why?
It's like,
I'll be like, Dev, do you want some? Sorry, am I being selfish? Can I get 1 point of hunger back, please?
Your blood potency. Let's see. What your blood potency is 1, isn't it?
What do you mean blood potency? I don't know.
Isn't that generation?
Yeah, you can increase blood potency, but I'm pretty sure blood potency is 1, which means that you do in fact get, I think, a hunger point from animals.
Good. I just ate a rat and drank his blood. I assume I got something from it. And that is my primary food source is blood.
Yes. It won't help you later on if you get blood potency 2, etc. But right now, you're human enough to be able to use this blood.
Right. Okay. Well, that's lucky. I have no idea
wait a
what
minute.
blood potency was.
I thought Ventrus just couldn't drink from animals.
I'm a Tremere.
Well, thank you, Deb.
Oh, that's right. You're a Tremere.
Maybe they can't, but I can eat food. So
sorry.
And I'm a Ventru with
so
eat
eager
food.
to sabotage that he doesn't even.
Yeah, he can't help but sabotage, can he? The new Venus.
Well, I also love Germany. Thank you very much.
Oh, fucking hell! There we go.
Dev, stop taking away Archer's opportunity to be sadistic.
But no, that actually went well for me. I got a point of hunger back. I'm happy with that. You're not having any of my rat. Go get your own rat.
Carlos has done a drawing of Sargon
this rat
doing a
fair
magic.
and square, Dev.
Carlos has done artwork of Sargon doing a magic dance.
Yes.
Oh, let's see this.
It's beautiful.
So the context, this was for when he was doing the ritual.
Yeah.
Why the shorts?
I don't know, but
why not?
They look pretty. No, are they knee-high boots or something?
Yeah, those are knee-high boots.
Okay. The colour threw me off.
He's
They
not
look
going
white.
to the beach.
It kind of looks like he's just having a party out in Hawaii somewhere.
Stopping some grapes, having a great time.
Having a good old time, yeah.
Whining.
All right. So Sargon has had himself a little snack. In this case, that was just all that really happened. You didn't like the rat. If this happens in a more public area, people might react poorly. But
Well, it's the middle of the night, isn't it?
yes, so it's fine.
Yeah. So no, who's going to see?
No,
I swear to God, I saw an SS officer eat a fucking rat. Go on, go tell someone. Go fucking tell someone that. Go on, I dare you to tell someone that. Like, fucking shut your bitch mouths.
He just fucking smeagoled that rat. It was really fucked up.
Okay,
Fair
so
with self-defense.
Yeah.
now that
It
you've
was
found
self-defense.
this envelope here, I think I'm going to bring today's session to an end because I am starving.
Okey-doke.
And this has been a decent length. We've got a fair bit of progress now. You've got stuff on basically everybody except the Abwehr members.
Oh god, I have to remember all the brilliant plans I had for next time.
Yes, you do.
Write them down.
It sounds like a lot of effort. I'll just rewatch the show before next episode.
Hmm.
Nah, I probably will write them down. That does sound easier, actually.
That would make more sense.
Yeah, someone's saying that Ritualist didn't draw a ritual.
Mm.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you missed
Terrible.
it. At his namesake, right?
So when are we doing this again? Is it next week, or can we get together sooner?
I'm down for coming sooner.
I think I can too, yeah.
Let's see. Next week, I am indeed in Deutschland über alles myself.
No.
They have
acting
internet
out
there.
Vampire RP in real life.
Do a
Eating
Massive
rats.
Vampire stream directly from the Fourth Reich.
From the Fourth Reich. I might be able to. I'll bring my new proper laptop there, which I should be able to have the equipment up. I don't remember if there was fucking Wi-Fi on the hotel room.
I'm sure there's
What
Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
kind
I
of
can't
a
imagine there
hotel
isn't.
doesn't have Wi-Fi in
can't imagine
2009?
there
They're all
isn't.
on Wi-Fi.
One in Nazi land,
What?
but yes.
You're not staying in a hotel in Mozambique. This is Germany.
Well, do you want to try on the weekend or something?
I get back on like Sunday, but I'll try. Like, I'll figure it out when I'm down there on like Thursday, and then I hopefully can set it up. Oh no, hold on. I'm a retard. Wednesday. Yes, I can do it. I'm leaving on Thursday.
Yay.
Yes.
Good news.
If you want to squeeze one in sooner, if you can, I'm down for it as well. It's up to you.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at, because we seem to be moving kind of slowly through the story.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing like twice a week, every once in a while.
So, sorry,
Yeah,
hold
up
on.
to the-
Next Thursday, you're going to Germany. So next Wednesday, you can make it.
Yes.
But I think it was Rags and also Dev, I think, are curious about this weekend.
Yes.
Possibly. I could probably do Saturday.
How do you feel about that, Sargon? You're probably the busiest
honestly,
one
I
involved.
don't know. I don't know
Mm.
off the top of my head.
All right.
Let us know closer to the time, I guess. I think I can do Saturday.
Yeah. I'll figure it out tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Okay. I'll do the super chats then, and we'll wrap up. Right. The first one I think is from last week, actually. Bernie Sanders just had a heart attack. That sounds like outdated news.
Always good to get a reminder, though.
Yep. You know,
Remember,
God
Bernie
took a good
Sanders had
shot at
heart
him.
attack. And Bernie
But,
Sanders is Jewish, so
Yeah, he missed again, sadly. Yeah, maybe I'll try again.
I don't want Bernie to die.
I don't want him to die
He's
either.
an idiot. That's it.
Patrick Meredith, awesome to see this live for once. Also, hi, Rags.
Hello.
Onyx 1937. I wasn't able to finish your piece today. I'm so sorry, Arch. I'll try to have it done by next time, whenever that is. Have some free shekels. That's for the art. Artemis Fowl. Any bets Sargon dips out and causes the game to end early again today? Oh,
Well, aren't you disappointed?
Checkmate.
Ludwig Dahl. Arch, I've heard that some chapters of previously unknown parentage, like Blood Ravens, Carcadons, and Silver Skulls, been given definitive loyalist parentage by GW as of late. If true, thoughts? I don't know if they have. They have been giving out more definitive parentage as of late, but it's also the dumb sort, like the Sons of the Phoenix, being supposedly of Rogel Dawn's bloodline, which is probably a terrible fucking nonsense. Games Workshop is a special company. That's pretty much it. Charles Lanesh. If you can't prove he's a traitor, we need to kill the girl, Uzulu, graduating the 1650 English School of Witch Hunting.
Jeez.
Look, it worked
Bring
for
it
them, it can
back.
work for us too.
Yeah. I don't see no witches around here.
Look,
Yeah.
you can't
Don't
go up to
tell
someone
me
and
it
say,
didn't work.
you can't go
Yeah.
up to someone and say, I'm going to kill your daughter if you don't do this, and then not kill the daughter. It's just not fair.
Well, what if they did?
There.
It's just not honourable. You can't go back on your word like that.
Man of my word.
I will moral
Okay.
fag about that.
Ludwig Dahl again. In regards to my previous super chat, is this another place where Primaris is more special, being the only ones with possible traitor seed? I guess, but the Primaris will never be special. They are scub-marines. Long may they burn. And Dreven. Arch, thoughts on the Finns, Icelanders, and other minor Scandinavians? Sargon, if tea is supposed to be good, why did we throw it in the Boston Harbor?
No, we threw it in the harbor because it was good.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
There'd be
It
no
had
point
value.
throwing it in
It
the
was a
harbor if it
statement.
didn't have
Yeah.
value. Yeah.
Good dodge.
It's not a
Not even a
dodge.
dodge. Yeah, that's
Not
true.
dodge. It's an
Well,
explanation.
There is a distinction between subjective value and objective value.
Yeah.
Tea is garbage, but you guys seem to like it.
Oozlu,
You're just objectively wrong.
a new artwork was just posted of the rat.
Okay.
Look at this fucking rat.
Nice.
Wow, that's a good rat. Oh,
That is-
oh no! Oh no!
Goodbye, Archer stream.
Well,
That is the third
now you
rat.
know why I pissed him off so much.
Bad enough I live in a garbage dumpster. Now the Nazis are coming after me.
God. And as for the second part of that question, Dreven, Finns and Icelanders are not Scandinavians. Scandinavians are only those of pure blood. That's Denmark, Norway, and sadly Sweden. But yeah. Everything else are just nuts.
Sadly, curses. Curses, Swedes.
I
Creedle.
can't imagine Sweden's losing the purity of their bloodline for any reason.
I follow a page on Facebook called I Fucking Love Maps, and they posted prediction of Islamic population by 2050 or something, and Sweden was 30%.
Jesus Christ. Rip Sweden. Like, actually rip Sweden.
Swedenistan it is.
Creedle, V is too busy with his girlfriend, Christine Winters. Sorry to hear he moved in on Sargon's secret love.
Ah, I got cucked by V.
Artemis Fowl. Oozlu, request to check all of their attics. I bet you money you find Anne Frank.
We have Anne Frank in our party, or at least that's what the character was created for.
Yep.
It's true.
How
We
come-
already
how
got
come
that
you-
covered.
How come you wouldn't let me do that, Arch?
I don't know.
Be vampire.
Oh yeah,
chicken.
that's what crosses Arch's border.
Well, we could check some attics, but given the numbers, I doubt any of them happen to have Jews in their attics. I wonder what happened to the guy's grandfather, or your mother, descendant from the grandfather. The guy who had the Jewish grandfather. Maybe they're still
Jewish
around.
blood.
Maybe he's protecting them.
Maybe you need to hunt them down.
Sounds like fun.
Sounds like
Hunt
constant out for the
them.
family.
Blank super chat. Artemis Fowl, your job is not to ask why, it is to do or die. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Dalgleish. Rags, stop resisting the walrus. God wills it. Yeah, Rags. Accept it.
I'll
the
just
later-
mosey on down the street as a walrus in 1940s Berlin.
Another later super chat, I think, asked Rags why he chose to be a walrus. So that'll be a fun one to answer.
Yeah, listen, I know you might not be up with a vampire to this point. Arch wouldn't just use a wolf icon. He used some weird thing that vaguely resembled a walrus.
Rags, that's not how I remember it. I remember you begging to be a walrus. I remember you
my
demanding that
secret
Arch
desire
use
is
the
I-
walrus.
I'm
Icon.
trans walrus.
Yeah, you've never been a dog
This-
person. You're just a walrus person.
This role play is just a way for me to live out what I feel on the inside of my true self.
The channel art is just a thinly veiled walrus cover-up.
I've been discovered, and y'all have been bamboozled this whole time.
Finally, the truth is out.
Monarchy. Neko at Rags. Smiley cat face.
Oh, hi.
Nicholas Cantor. Inquisitor Arch, are you Ordo Xenos or Malus? Malus, obviously, because more demons are good. Constrained Anachronism. Arch, have you read the new Cole book yet? It reveals how he's still alive and that his unusual soul is pledged to the Emperor from before the heresy and used as a peephole from Ems to act past his death. If that is true, I hate Cole even more than I already did. Second one, from also Constraint Anachronism, he's still a Deus Ex Machina, but they gave him a lot more character and justified his importance as tool of Emperor's will. Also, Emperor's is not a douchebag in book. Lovely. At least they got something right. Lout's Fear. Why hasn't the Tremere used any spells or rituals? Well, he did today, and it was super useful, so Sargon should read up on the rituals and do more of those, because a lot of them are really good.
Yeah, I was looking at them. There's quite a few interesting ones in there.
And a lot of them can be stored up so you can use them when you need as well.
Yeah. Actually, Sargon, there's one called the Bloodstone. Mm-hmm. You basically create a homing beacon. We can plant it on people and figure out where they go.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
It takes 3 days to do, so we should probably prep that ahead of time.
Well, obviously.
That's useful. Gurasuk D. Psycho. Hi, Arch. North is the Skaven in the real life. Noah is stealing the USA oil tech. Sweden treading with both sides in World War II, trading is. Don't know what our Danes and Finnish have done, but I'm sure they've done something. Well, the Finns fought the Soviets and killed lots of them, and the Danes surrendered quicker than any other nation in the history of warfare. So that's that.
Correct.
William Icebane. My younger brother has Asperger's, and I read him the quote by Greta Thunberg about her Asperger's being a superpower. He looks at me and said, "Listen, I'm autistic, but that's fucking retarded." True words have never been spoken.
If she has some sort of autism, it's not really affecting her social ability.
It ain't a superpower.
Oh, Jafar the Blade. Art, make Dev answer my question from last stream. Dev, what questions have you been dodging?
I have no clue. What question is that?
It's probably from one of your streams, I guess.
If you're in the chat, maybe reiterate it in the chat and tag.
What was his name?
And we'll have Jafar the Blade.
Jafar the Blade?
Yes, just write it down in chat if you're still there, and we'll keep it alive.
I don't think it was on his birth certificate, Dev. You said what? I've never heard a name like this on the internet. Come on.
I love how he hasn't specified either who he's talking to or what the question is.
Yeah. Just.
Phyrrhus of Epirus with yet another declaration of his love for Rag's sweet behind. Love you, Daddy Rags. Wrestle me in Kyrgyz's name. Archmore Disaster Sim.
Well, I am a paladin of Kyrgyz, so that does make sense that I would do that thing.
Do you enjoy wrestling?
What kind?
Presumably the one that has mud.
Mud? No,
Yes.
I like to keep myself clean, well maintained,
Oiled.
well oiled.
Yeah. Should have
Slick,
been
but not because of mud. I don't like being covered in mud.
Who does?
Mud wrestling.
Your competitor.
Nathan Phillips. Have you guys watched the Tanya the Evil movie yet? It's heavily anti-commie. Not yet. I wasn't actually aware that a movie was out yet. Matt Hawken, Uzulu turned the out of character up to 11 this episode. Uzulu, you have been accused. Would Jürgen Panzerson have supported your actions?
I mean, he's a Nazi.
He's cleaning up the road.
Accuselu. Done it now.
Accuselu.
Nicholas Stoneback, to hell with the Middle East, send troops to China. I actually agree. If we could get Turkey to invade China, that'd be pretty cool. Probably be a rather one-sided conflict, but fuck it, we'll try.
I don't think it's likely to happen, though.
Convenient way to get rid of the Turks as well.
Yeah. Nothing but benefits, really.
Constantinople, Hong Kong, whatever.
Imperial Fists, use your gay man as a honey trap for the other gay men.
Yeah.
Oh.
If we can find another gay man, then we can use their powers combined.
Now, I think what he suggested was take your gay man and use him to find further gay men.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Like a lure.
As a filter mechanism.
And then you could turn them into the SS as a package deal.
Mm-hmm. You know, the thing with gay men is that the whole is greater than the sum of the private parts.
Okay, so I'll tell you an old Norwegian joke here, which might not translate, but I think it fits. How do you find a gay man in a lineup?
He's probably the one sucking everyone else's cock.
Not quite as obvious.
Oh, okay.
You feed them all prune stew, and then you wait. The straight men will fart like normal. The gay man's asshole will whistle.
That's a terrible joke.
I get it. I get it.
I think I get what it's trying to say, but I don't know if it. It's just I don't know if it works.
Oh.
Anyway, what's the next one?
Mech Swordsman, so much. Have you ever seen any of the Black Pants Legion's video on Battletech? I have not, sadly. I'll DuckDuckGo it. Sargon, born a Rhinelander, tell Dev to bring Lilith into the game.
You want Lilith on your game, Arch?
I don't know. Do I?
Oh, well, I don't know. I wouldn't mind, but she's unique.
Good sales pitch there, Dev. Beelvolt, no questions or rule explanation today. Just love your encyclopedic knowledge of war machines. Slay the Xenos. War machines are good things. Everybody should know something about World War II weapons. It should have. And finally, Mr. Twisted Frenzy, Rags, when are you going to invite Sargon onto EFAP? Yeah, Rags.
Yeah.
When are you going to invite any of us?
No, you're all on the list. We just have a lot of people who are on that fucking list. And we want to find good videos for everybody and good times for everyone.
The Germans had the exact same excuse about the lists, and yet they just got cracking.
Rags, is this one of those lists where the order can't change dynamically according to demand?
No, I don't think so. Well, I'm not sure. Mahler's more. He does the arranging of guests. I pass along things to him, but he's ultimately the one who gets everyone on. But we have talked about you and Arch. Do not you worry. You're definitely not going unnoticed. And people have asked for you guys. It will happen. It will happen. You're definitely on the list. We just have a lot of people on the list.
Okay, well, that is all the super chats. So thank you guys all for playing, and we'll see if we can get another session this week.
That's good. So yeah,
Absolutely. I'd look forward to that.
just keep an eye out around roughly the same time on Saturday, chat. Otherwise, I guess one of us will let you know on Twitter or something if we can't do it, or just if it doesn't show up.
Regs, before we go, I have a request for you.
Yo.
So when you next level up your shape-shifting ability and you can actually change size,
yeah, boy.
make the animal a spider and bring back Spider Lolly.
In this campaign.
Regs, make the animal a spider and bring back Spider Lolly.
Ooh.
That's what you have to do.
Oh, we can do that. We can bring back Spider Lolly.
Sounds good.
Only works if you obey my every command.
The same cinematic universe. Maybe the Crusader campaign and this one take place in the same, kind of.
Yeah, in your shapeshifted form, you could be the descendant of Spider Lolly.
It's very possible. They lay like a bajillion eggs, so who knows?
The descendant.
But seriously, it'll take like a year for us to get to that point because of how slow we get XP. Because it takes a lot to unlock next stages for, vampiric disciplines.
Look, we found a gay and a Jew. Can we have some XP?
Arch, for the shape-shifting, the shape-shifting ability, does the definition of animal change subjectively? So can Rags actually shapeshift into a Jew?
Well, Jews are human-ish, and humans are
Answer the
animals.
question, Arch.
Were you about to say Jews are animals,
He
right?
can't turn into a Jew. Okay, they're not animals. Maybe we could discuss black people.
Jews
okay?
aren't animals.
But
Official.
we'll have to do that somewhere else.
Sargon's channel.
Yes.
Kill yourselves. Fuck you. Are we off the air?
No, Uzlu's got to turn it off.
On command, I am ready to turn it off. Sargon, do you want to say anything else controversial?
One last super chat that snuck
They know
in
everything.
before, so I'll answer that. Mr. Twisted Frenzy again. Arch, I'm still new to 40k lore, but I have to ask, if the Imperium enforces its subjects to worship the God Emperor, then why was Lorgar punished for his worship? It's because that was long before that. The God Emperor, as an idea and as a religion, didn't happen until well after the Horus Heresy. So much, much later, after Lorgar's punishment. That is why.
Yeah, come on, everyone knows that.
Duh.
Everyone. And now you may end the stream, Muslim.
All right. All right. There we go.